Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/familybirthcenter. Trinity Health, making more possible.
If it's fire damage, Agent Fred Iron. From burnt to unburnt, he does that.
Our history sets us on our path. From the moment we're born, we begin our walk through life. We learn so we can discover. We find our passion and develop our skills. We build relationships. We start thinking about what we're going to leave behind to those we love. Let our legacy help shape yours. First International Bank and Trust. No matter your place in life, we can help you live first.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on! Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
On a cold winter's night from Minot, North Dakota, it's time for WDA basketball on the PSP Network. Welcome to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show with timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed to stay in your car. Drive through oil change service will take about 15 minutes at any of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change locations in Minot or Bismarck. Find out more of what they do online at VIOC.com. Alongside Corey McIver, I'm Owen Patterson on the call for tonight's WDA doubleheader featuring the Demons of Bismarck High and the Sentinels of Minot North. The first game we have our focus on tonight, the girls matchup. Two teams that have had highs and lows offensively this year and definitely highs and lows defensively this season. Really, they're almost kind of the same style of basketball team. Young, not very much height. It's a really nice matchup today from Sentinel Gym.
Yeah, I think you're going to look at tonight's matchup, and it's so evenly on paper. Like you said, it's going to be an even matchup. Both teams kind of going through some ebbs and flows of the season, looking really well at times, and then kind of taking a few steps back. But it's going to be a pretty exciting ball game. Last time we were here doing a Sentinel girls game, they gave the number 2 team in the state a run for their money. So I'm kind of expecting them to kind of come out and have a similar showing. I know Bismarck is kind of feeling the same way, that they're, we're kind of the middle of the pack here as far as both of these teams are concerned in the WDA. So it's going to be one of these games where it's going to be there's going to be some ebbs and flows, and and which team is going to be able to take advantage of some of the positive things and trying to curtail and eliminate a lot of the negative play.
Yeah, let's set up the matchup by looking at the WDA standings, brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. As we get into just about the halfway point of conference play, it's still just two unbeaten teams in the WDA that lead the girls' standings. Mandan at 6-0, Minot High. What a test they have tonight against Century. We know that rivalry as of late. They are 5-0. The team that is rising faster than anybody, though, is Bismarck St. Mary's, who with their win over Dickinson last night climbs into third place. That is a talented team, and both Bismarck High and Minot North have faced those Saints and lost, but obviously our focus is teams ranked 6th and 9th at the moment. Bismarck High on the good side of the bubble right now, out of that play-in game contention. These are the games, though, that are must-win for the Demons.
Yeah, you look at where they're sitting 6 and 9, and yeah, you want to be on that. You want to be on that inside looking out, not on the outside looking in, like Minot North is doing right now, and because those play-in games are that's do or die there. So it's up to Bismarck here tonight to have a good showing. The last thing you really want to do is drop a game against a team that's right on your doorstep and then trying to usurp your spot and kind of flip-flop there. So Bismarck is really kind of they're on paper, you look at the records, they might have a little slight edge to it. But I wouldn't really count out Minot North here tonight too with Coach Loff. He usually has his teams ready to go, and so it's going to be a battle. So it's going to be exciting here to watch unfold here in the next couple hours.
We have a lot more to discuss in our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. We'll talk about some of the players to watch next on the PSP Network.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Jersey Mike's slices your sub right in front of you, see? The slicer, the meat and cheese, it has a rhythm.
This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah. The rhythm of the slice. This is the rhythm of the slice. The slice. Oh yeah.
Order for Danny? Sliced right in front of you. It's a Jersey Mike's thing. A sub above.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters. Unlike those guys, we take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a Trusted Tire and Auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Spas Etc. is excited to introduce the addition of the Master Spas line, including the Michael Phelps Swim Spas. Enjoy the relaxing health benefits and enjoy 0% financing up to 72 months or up to $5,000 off on all spas and swim spas. You'll also find $2,000 off the MSRP on all pools and saunas. Come check out the outstanding lineup of Master Spas at Spas Etc.
Well, as we welcome you back to Sentinel Gymnasium here, continuing on with our Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. Here's what's coming up really tonight on the PSP Network. 4 basketball doubleheaders, 8 total games just tonight. 3 of them right here in the Magic City, and frankly, none of them will really disappoint today. First off, you have Bismarck High and Minot North here. The girls' game might be a defensive battle. The boys' game might be an offensive onslaught later on tonight. We really don't know. Number 1 versus number 2 in AA boys matches up from Magic City Campus Gymnasium with Century and Minot High. The 2 top programs in WDA girls basketball are there as well and starting shortly. And then you have a top 10 Division B boys matchup between Velva and Bishop Bryan. Also Jamestown on the road for a doubleheader against Williston. I mean, what do you even pick from that list tonight, Corey?
Like you said, I mean, you've got 6 really good basketball games in the city of Minot going on tonight. So if you're not not if you're not going to venture away from the house, you're going to have a field day sitting in your recliner in the living room watching all these basketball games fold out. So, like you said, it's going to be a nice defensive game here, probably with the girls, and an offensive game with the boys here today. But like you said, down 16th Street Avenue there at Magic City with Century and Minot High going at it with each other, and that's going to be some fun games too. And Velva and Minot Ryan, I mean, we talked about it a lot over Christmas break when we were at the Dome, how that district is just hotly competitive, and
already been a roller coaster.
And you've already had our Redeemers upset West Hope Newburgh here a week or so ago. So it's going to be wide open, and it's going to be entertaining, and we're just happy that people are tuning in and joining us here at Minot North High.
Not to mention there's another top 10 matchup tomorrow as Wilton Wing takes on Glen Ellen Hebron in Division B boys basketball. Keeping our focus here on the game at hand here in Minot North High School. Let's take a look now at our Planet Pizza players to watch. Planet Pizza's been serving the Magic City for over 25 years. Call now at 701-852-1700 to place an order tonight. That's Planet Pizza. Your players to watch today, 2 players that have come up big time for their teams over the past week, including just on Tuesday earlier this week. Caitlin Luther, who recently missed 3 games in the middle of the season, on Tuesday night poured in 18 points for the Bismarck High Demons, 5 rebounds and 3 steals. And for Minot North, Grayson Roram had a career day on Tuesday in the loss to St. Mary's, scoring 21 points, adding 5 rebounds and 4 steals. And these are 2 teams where, Corey, they're young, a lot of experience being gained every single game. It seems you learn a lot about these teams, and really performers, whether it's Luther and Roram again tonight or someone else that just pops up for them. They're finding contributors in these games, and it's not just the same one over and over again.
That's the goal as a coach. You want to who your go-to players are, and now it's at the point of the season now where you have to find that unknown player that kind of emerges as a threat here, and it could be one of your starting 5. It could be somebody that's coming off the bench, but now is the time of the season where you look to that. You look for those unknown players that teams probably haven't had a chance to look at or scout, and that can emerge as being somebody that can help you propel your season forward into the postseason and maybe a state tournament run.
Caitlin Luther of Bismarck, Grayson Roram of Minot North, your Planet Pizza players to watch. When we come back, the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we'll take a look at the newest Division AA rankings. They came out on Wednesday, and I tell you what, with the games we got here on Friday night, we could already see some changes happening by the next time they come out. That's next on the PSP Network.
Stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
Another reminder, this is the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show. I know you're busy. That's why when you visit any of the Valvoline Instant Oil Change service centers in Minot or Bismarck, they won't waste your time or their own. Valvoline Instant Oil Change technicians can typically perform a full-service oil change in about 15 minutes. Find out more of what they do online at VIOC.com. As promised, here's a look at the most recent media poll in Division AA, brought to you by Jerome's Collision Center. We'll start on the right side of the screen there with the girls' rankings. Minot High received all 17 first-place votes this week. The EDC slides up a few spots there with Davies moving into 4th as Bismarck Legacy dropped down to 5th, but no new teams in. There does seem to be a bit of a divide there between 5 and the teams receiving votes, but as we talked about in the standings, St. Mary's is shooting up the power rankings right now.
Yeah, you have when you get on a roll like they are, you know, we talked about it too during football season. When a team starts getting on a roll and doing well, they garner the attention of the media, and so you know, St. Mary's result there is just a testament of how well they're playing here and the anticipation of how well they'll continue to play as the season goes on.
How about this for St. Mary's? Natalie Benning, a three-point shooter, 16 made threes this week in just 2 games. She had 11 against Minot North in the Saints win on Tuesday night. All right, back to this game with our Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game with over 25 years of experience as your heating and air experts and the factory authorized dealer for AeroSeal. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com or call Dylan today at 222-2155. Your keys to the game here for the first of our 2 games as part of this WDA doubleheader. For Bismarck High, I got another good stat for you already in the pregame show. The Bismarck High Demons this year, a 5-4 overall record. They're 5-0 when scoring 20 points in the first half, 0-4 when scoring less than 20. It's all about the start for Bismarck High this year.
Yeah, you want to get off to a hot start, and we talk about it with our girls too down at South Prairie, that if you can get going early, and then it doesn't seem like you're really pressing and you're forcing a lot of stuff. If you just let things naturally happen and things start to click for you early on, then the game just kind of you just kind of loosen up a little bit, and now you're playing loose and you're energetic and you're having some fun. So yeah, the key is especially for Bismarck here, get off to a fast start. Get some points on the board, and you play a little less stressed when you do that.
And for the Minot North Sentinels, a team that, again, early in the season had a lot of offensive success. Ellie Laskowski was scoring in the mid-20 points per game, but since Minot North's seen a bit of a drop-off there in offensive production, the one thing they can do today is dial in on defense and slow down the Demons.
A lot of times you tell players when they're struggling on the offensive end, the thing that they can do to pick themselves up is get back and play really good defense and let the offense happen as a result of playing good defense. And so yeah, every once in a while teams and players go on a little bit of a slump as far as scoring. But you can't let that affect what you want to do on the defensive side. So if Minot North wants to keep themselves in this ball game, if they're struggling offensively, they have to get it back on the defensive end.
Those are your Northern Plains Heating and Air keys to the game. We're just about set for basketball here from Sentinel Gymnasium. We do have time to remind you that today's broadcast on the PSP Network is brought to you in part by Minot State University. The best way to predict your future is to create it. With over 100 areas of study at Minot State, you'll earn the degree for the career you desire. Be seen, be heard, be you at MSU. That's Minot State University. We'll be back with the starting lineups, national anthem, and tip-off of this WDA doubleheader on a Friday night on the PSP Network.
If you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shaw's Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Schatz Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Schatz Crossroads.
When property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation, ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling, it's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Remember the last time you were certain that your bank had your back or would go the extra mile to give you the service and attention you need? Partnering with the right community bank can make all the difference. We like to think of a community bank as one that supports its local community. You need to know that whatever your financial future holds, your bank will be there to provide practical support. As a community bank, BNC National Bank will be there for whatever you need in the long haul. Reach out to our team today to learn more about how we're able to help you succeed. Member FDIC.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
This has been the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network. If you are liking what you're seeing on the PSP Network this week with the 21 live events that we have on the schedule, I remind you, subscribe to the YouTube channel. It is totally free here in the regular season. And follow at Network PSP on X and Facebook to not miss an upcoming broadcast. Also, Instagram started back up again. There's some good stuff dropping there. And now it's time to meet the starting lineups. First for the Bismarck High Demons, 11th year head coach Bill Shetler. He's been leading this team again for a decade now. The last 3 years have really been big for Bismarck High. 3 consecutive 19-win seasons. That's quite an accomplishment. 3 consecutive state appearances as well. They went all the way to the state championship game a year ago, but definitely a reload season here for Coach Shetler and the Demons.
Yeah, you look at coaches like that and that have instilled a good program there. Yeah, there's going to be years where it's going to be kind of a down year as far as maybe the coaches are concerned or maybe some of the fans. But when you have a head coach that has been in part of that program for that long and has kind of instilled and built that program, you drop down a little bit, but you have girls that are familiar with that program and the system, and coming up through the ranks. So by the time they get to be contributors on the varsity level, there's, you know, they know there's some comfort level there that they know that they can go out and produce.
Yeah, just 2 seniors on the roster this year. One of them, who we pointed out earlier, Caitlin Luther, and missed a couple games. And Taya Fedig, the senior, great track and cross country athlete there for BHS. The other senior for the Demons, currently 5-4 overall, 3-3 in the conference, but they play pretty well on the road, 3-1 away from home this season. For the Minot North Sentinels, first-year varsity head coach Justin Loft, this team is 2-7 overall, 1-6 in the conference. One of those losses counted as 2 against Bismarck Century, currently on a 4-game losing skid. We talked about defense being a main reason, how they can get a little bit back on track here and win a really must-win game as we get to the halfway point. What's something else, Coach, that you would install today?
Well, I think you look at defensively, this is going to be a chance where you can go out and you can compete and you can maybe cause some chaos on the defensive end, and you just never know. You start playing some good defense and you maybe force a team into making some bad passes every once in a while, some unforced turnovers, take advantage of some opportunities there, and next thing you know, maybe you get yourself a little bit of a lead, and then the confidence level starts to build up a little bit. But if you really want to get off to a good start, it has to be done on the defensive end.
Minot North in the home white, Bismarck High in the road maroon and black. That'll be the Demons going from left to right on your screen, the Sentinels going from right to left. Kelly versus Rude, they're in the center circle. And the opening tip is won by Bismarck High. Their offense in action first. A 3 put up there by Cambry Newmiller, followed by an offensive rebound. And that's something, watching the JV game earlier today, is something Bismarck High dominated.
Yeah, that's one thing that Minot North is going to have to really do a good job in, is getting the girls off the offensive rebounds and kind of limiting Bismarck's opportunities to maybe one and done on the offensive end.
2-0 lead for Bismarck on the BNC National Bank scoreboard after one possession. First shot a little bit too strong. They're off the glass from Ashley Williamson. Rebound brought down by Rude. This is a Bismarck High team that is going to go fast, try and push the tempo. Immediately a 3 from the corner by Taylor Mayer. 0 for 2 start from beyond the arc for the Demons. Defense that forces turnovers. And right on cue they do. A steal and a foul as Mayer picked up the basketball.
Yeah, that's one thing Bismarck does, is they met Minot North there right after half court, and just kind of had a 2-man trap going there, and really didn't allow that, made North come across the half court line so they couldn't retreat back, and just great job there pressuring the ball at the top.
Straightaway 3 by Rude is missed, but another offensive rebound here for Bismarck High. They've had plenty of opportunities on offense already. Another one for Mayer, second chance, she gets that one to go.
Yeah, you're going to look at Bismarck High. If they have opportunities behind the arc and they're open, they're not going to hesitate to take a shot.
Steal in the backcourt, and a layup is good for Caitlin Luther. 7-0 start for Bismarck.
Yeah, Luther's just kind of picking up where she left off at her last game. So she's, 4 of the 7 points have come from her right off the bat.
Here is the Mayer 3 on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory at driveryan.com. Almost 2 minutes gone by here in the first half. Those first 2 minutes totally dominated by Bismarck, but there Minot North does get on the BNC National Bank scoreboard thanks to Avon Kelly.
Yeah, great job there. North was able to kind of break that 2-2-1 press, keep it up the sideline, and kind of then force that bottom defender to kind of take the ball, and that left Avon Kelly open there underneath.
On the drive, a missed shot there for the Demons. Kelly the rebound. Kinsey Wellstead will bring it up the court for North, but stopped at half court. It's a steal again for Bismarck. Nice down the court. They had numbers, and it'll be Taylor Mayer from the left side. 9-2 lead. North still trying to break this press. Wellstead, you got to put it on the ground there, just dribble straight forward. Picks up the bounce, finds Laskowski in the corner. Ellie Laskowski, their leading scorer still. 3 ball on the way, and there you see why, ready to shoot immediately in this game.
Yeah, that's one thing Bismarck's going to have to do in this game is kind of find Laskowski where she's at, keep a hand up, because she's not afraid to take the shot if she feels she's open for it.
Long three is good for Taylor Mayer. She came ready to play. 7-point lead again. Wellstead again gets it across the timeline just in time, at a second to spare. Addison Clark, corner three missed. Wellstead right there for the offensive board. Back out to Clark, and now Williamson. Players running into each other there for the Minot North offense. Laskowski fouled in the lane. First personal against Cambry Newmiller. Another Mayer three on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
You're going to see Bismarck High. They've hit a few three-pointers here now, and they're comfortable. And Minot North's going to have to come out a little bit more now on the defensive end here to kind of to contest those threes, and that just will kind of open up some penetration lanes and allow Bismarck to kind of drive to the basket if they're not careful.
Free throw good there for Ellie Laskowski for the first 6 now for Minot North in tonight's contest. And the total will stay at 6 for the Sentinels. Now Minot North throwing their own pressure there against Bismarck High, but that leaves a shooter open in the corner. Luther off the mark. Offensive rebound by Mayer, gets blocked by Laskowski. Wellstead with it. Gets it to Williamson in the corner. Catch and shoot. A little bit short. One and done there for North on offense, but a good look. Mayer shot fake, drawing a lot of attention. Caitlin Luther with it. Minot North in a bit of a zone defense here, and Bismarck High taking any open shot they can get. And that's kind of their offensive game plan. Ready to shoot from beyond the arc whenever, wherever. Williamson off balance with the right hand. Still unable to get into the box score. 13:30 to go first half. 12-6 Bismarck High lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Shovel pass there, gets deflected. But Bismarck High will keep it. Out to another shooter. That is Reagan Newmiller, another junior off the bench. Offensive rebound, and the tough shot mid-range is good for Izzy Dahl. Timeout Bismarck High will take it with them as we watch the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. 14-6.
We often think of frontiers as pages in a history book, a time gone by. But even in this modern world, there are new frontiers to conquer. Whether you're tending the land to grow a better tomorrow or growing a business for new opportunities, the work you do powers the world. Exploring the frontier means stepping forward, shaping the future for yourself and for those around you. First International Bank and Trust, helping you live first, one step at a time.
I said it right before tip-off. Corey, Bismarck High is playing well this season on the road. Winners of 7 of their last 10 road games dating back to last season, and not skipping a beat right now in the first time they ever played in this Sentinel Gymnasium.
Yeah, you look at if you have a team that is comfortable playing on the road, you're going to have some success, because a lot of times you come into an environment that, especially now here coming into Minot North, gymnasium, and it's new for everybody. So it's something that Bismarck's accustomed to, going into opponents' home gyms and doing well.
Yeah, it's their second trip to Minot already this season, but of course the first time they're ever playing in this building, as is the case for pretty much everybody in the WDA this season. Ellie Laskowski, her second trip to the Serve Pro free throw line. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Laskowski, the freshman, now 1 for 4 for the charity stripe. That's a place where Minot North has rarely gotten to this season and have rarely capitalized either.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate. Nothing frustrates a coach more than your players having the ability to get to the free throw line, but then not being able to finish.
Underneath the basket, Clark threw it away, trying to find Bryn Francis, and Justin Lauf over there on the Minot North bench is saying, calm down. They are playing way too fast right now, and it's really all solely to Bismarck's responsibility. They're executing their game plan defensively.
Yeah, Bismarck is forcing North to play up-tempo and maybe a little uncomfortable basketball where they feel like they need to go faster than they actually need to do. And as coaches, it's really easy to try to tell your team, your players to calm, slow down and relax. But when they're faced with this pressure defense that they're seeing from Bismarck, the natural ability is want to speed up and get across half court as quickly as possible.
Still no points since that timeout called by Bismarck. They have 4 remaining in the game. Laskowski, scoreless streak continues for North with 12 minutes to go in the first half. 14-6 Demons. That'll be a travel against Izzy Dahl before she started dribbling towards the basket. Lob the inbounds pass to Roram. Deflected out of bounds and last touched by Roram herself. She's explaining that she jumped out of the way of it, but I think a lot of times when you chase after the ball yourself, it kind of just gives a piece of evidence to say you were the last one to touch it.
Yeah, that's one thing that, it's almost a dead giveaway when you're going after a ball like that, and you're, 9 times out of 10, you're probably going to be the last one to touch it anyway.
In the lane, nice jump shot there from Reagan Newmiller. Kind of caught the defense by surprise with how quick that shot went up. Double-digit lead for Bismarck High. First half here on the PSP Network. Clark out to Roram. Puts the ball on the deck, gets the shot blocked by Newmiller, who just made that last shot. Reagan Newmiller guarded by Roram in the backcourt. Fires a pass up ahead to Izzy Dahl. Bismarck High, I think they only have 1 starter in the game right now. Already going to the bench is Coach Bill Shetler. Turnaround, Rude, the lone starter, still in. That's good.
That was a nice ball movement there by Bismarck. They like to spread the floor and attack with the dribble and pass off and pass and cut and just creates movement, and it allows forces the defense to kind of pay attention to everybody. And if they kind of lose track of someone, it's real easy to just drive to the basket and then kick out for a shot.
Sentinels haven't made a field goal since Laskowski hit that 3. Too high off the glass there. Rebound down to the Demons, who will lead by a game-high 12. 10.5 to play. First half. Corner 3 is up and no good. But getting her own rebound, or going for it, was Morgan Delzer. Eventually, it's picked up by the Sentinels and Roram. Stuck on the sideline there in front of the Bismarck bench. Gets it away to Addison Clark. Nice pass on a nice cut to Wellstad, but just couldn't get the shot to go.
Yeah, that was a nice backdoor cut. When you're playing good defense like Bismarck is, and playing up and forcing and denying the pass, it's real easy to go backdoor like that. Maybe look for Minot North to kind of take advantage of that more and just kind of exposing that aggressive style of defense that Bismarck's playing right now.
Laskowski didn't establish herself on the other side of half court, so that'll be a turnover, and the Demons will bring in 4 new players off the bench here at the dead ball. Here is that Rude shot on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
When you have the ability like Bismarck High has right now, where you can bring 4 girls off the bench at once, and you're really kind of throwing waves of fresh players at Minot North, and that's going to tire out Minot North, and if they're going to try to continue to play hard defense, that's going to tire them out a little bit, and then Bismarck's going to probably have an advantage on the offensive end.
Headed to the Serve Pro free throw line for Bismarck High is Taylor Mayer. 8 early points for her this evening. First free throw is good. Bismarck High only with 6 bench players today. Usually you see these AA teams with about the full 15 on the varsity roster each night. Mayer into double figures there with 2 made free throws. Sentinels break the press with Ashley Williamson back in the game. Has it stolen away there on the baseline. Turnovers everywhere the Demons are forcing. Mayer enters the ball into the lane. Turnaround shot is missed. And getting her own rebound there, scoring for Bismarck, was Caitlin Luther. That's probably the 5th basket now that's come off a second chance for the Demons.
Yeah, again, Minot North isn't doing a very good job right now limiting Bismarck High to one and done on the offensive end. So they're just, Bismarck High is doing a great job of being aggressive and getting after those offensive rebounds.
There was a foul call, but before that, a timeout by Minot North. We'll take it with them. Sentinels down 16 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard.
The dictionary defines community as a group of people living in the same place or sharing common goals. Community is the largest part of our name, and we make it the largest part of our business. We support our local schools, organizations, youth programs, and local events from Bowman to Bismarck, because we all share a common goal to better the quality of life in our communities. Come bank with us at Dakota Community Bank and Trust, your real community bank.
Timeouts on the PSP Network. They are brought to you by First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between their employees and customers, founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, South Dakota, and Arizona. Find them online at FIBT.com. Coach Shetler caught that inbounds pass, which means it is a turnover to Bismarck High.
That was a good sideline out of bounds play for Minot North there. Kind of had everybody focused on the ball and set a back screen for the player streaking to the basket there and just kind of overshot the pass.
Bismarck High, after starting out with a barrage of three-point shots, some of them actually falling. It seems like they've gone to try and score in the lane a little bit more here recently, and they've had success with Mayer and Rude. Offensive foul against Taya Fedig. Maybe was on the rebound there. Her first, team's 4th of the half. Played 9+ minutes of basketball here from Minot, a 22-6 score on the BNC National Bank scoreboard in favor of the Bismarck Demons. Long 2 from Avon Kelly. Might have gotten blocked there. It was well off. Cambry Newmiller. I'm not sure she was even set for 3, but gets it to fall.
That was one of those where she just kind of flared out to the corner there and got a nice pass and was able to kind of come down with it. And yeah, it wasn't really 100% set there, but enough to get the shot off. And great steal and layup attempt there by Bismarck. Bismarck's right now is just doing a great job here with this full court press and really harassing the ball handlers for Minot North and just forcing them into some just errant passes.
Blind pass gets picked off. 3-on-1 fast break. 2 more points for Cambry Newmiller, and the game's largest lead now goes to beyond 20 points for Bismarck High. Wellstead, Roram, and Williamson trying to break this press yet again. Fire a pass to Francis. Wellstead from the 3-point line. Missed it. 7:30 to go first half. Coach Shetler saying, let's find some more speed into that fast break.
Yeah, that's one thing. When you get a turnover or a defensive rebound, the first thing you want to do is look up the floor and get the thing up the floor as quickly as possible.
Mayer found herself open there towards the basket and gets it to fall. Bismarck High. It's all Demons right now in the first half, 29-6.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western, you can bank on us.
15-0 scoring run for Bismarck here in the first half. Minot North hasn't made a field goal for over 7 minutes. You see Coach Loff for Minot North. It'll be Sentinel basketball. Obviously the first job right now to break the press, but what are you trying to coach on the offensive side? Well, now they got to play defense again.
You know, this is one of these times where you're just trying to figure out something that you can get going here with your girl. You know, yeah, the first thing here is we've got to do a better job of attacking this press and being under control with it and not allow the press and the defense to kind of dictate the tempo that we're going to try to get the ball up the floor. And again, that's easier said than done, expected out to do on the basketball court, but. You know, you work hard, you get the defensive rebound. The last thing you really need to do is just kind of force the ball up the floor and into an errant pass. And now just being able to kind of break and get yourself under control and get a shot off.
Laskowski gets fouled there on the fast break. A couple of missed shots there for the Demons. And Laskowski went running down the floor, so she scored the last 4 points for Minot North, and that goes all the way back to about the 14-minute mark of this first half. Thanks free throw. Now 2 for 5 at the Serve Pro free throw line is Ellie Laskowski. 24/7 emergency service. Trained technicians at Serve Pro. Laskowski this season shooting free throws at 70%. (29-8) Bismarck High in front of the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Locations throughout North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Visit online at bnc.bank. Izzy Dahl for 3. Got it. Just got open there. No closeout. Bringing it up the floor for Minot North. Katie Nelson to Roram. Wellstead. Goes back to that far side. And Laskowski for 3. Between the backboard and the rim there, no good. Long pass up ahead, and up ahead again to Mayer. She's going to get fouled by Avon Kelly. Free throws coming up again for Taylor Mayer, your first half leading scorer at the moment with 12 in the first 12 minutes.
Yeah, again, that's just a great job. Bismarck High is able to kind of get that defensive rebound, and then it's just a simple transition. They have somebody that is just rim running from one end to the other and just positioning themselves underneath the basket, and then it's just it's an easy outlet pass up to the sideline, and then you look underneath, and if she's open, you're going to throw it to her, and they're just catching North, you know, not getting back on defense as quickly as they would probably like to.
Mayer makes both again. She's 4 for 4 shooting free throws tonight. Bismarck leads by 26 at 34-8. 6 minutes to go, first half here from Sentinel Gymnasium. Laskowski from the elbow, back outside the three-point line to Katie Nelson. Back to Laskowski. There's the first field goal in nearly 9 minutes.
Yeah, that was a nice little give and go there. And credit Laskowski. She's working hard. She's trying to get her team back in here. And, you know, she's doing a great job. And she's getting defensive rebounds. And she's working hard on the offensive end. You know, there isn't really a whole lot of quit in Minot North here. It's just a matter of can they string a couple made baskets here back to back and get themselves kind of in a groove.
Grayson Roram with it, top of the key. Dribble handoff there to Clark. Roram has it again. Drives baseline. Watch out for that pivot foot and just threw it away. Again, it's Coach Shetler catching passes.
I think North needs to do a little better job of when they have a teammate that drives into the baseline like that gets stopped. The last thing you really need is kind of spread out and try to get away so they can, they have trouble seeing, and you pivot so much. The thing would probably be to go find the ball and help your teammate out there a little bit.
Jordan Rude from downtown, 37-10 Bismarck. We said it in the Northern Plains, needing their keys to the game. If Bismarck High scores 20 in the first half, they're unbeaten this season. How about 37 with still 5 minutes to go? Season high, though, in the first half is 50 they put up against Bismarck Legacy. Out to Cambry Newmiller. She's going to drive. Off one, dribble into the lane. Missed it. Rebound goes to Grayson Roram for Minot North. Sentinels have had just 2 scorers today. Ellie Laskowski misses a 3. Offensive rebound, though, for the Sentinels. Roram cutting down the right side of the lane. That rolls off the front of the rim.
Yeah, North's had some nice looks at the basket and just haven't been able for them to fall. But the thing is, they have to just keep trying to attack the basket. Eventually, those shots are gonna drop.
Nice ball movement there for Bismarck High. Everybody touched the basketball in that possession. Just a three that was short of the mark by Cambry Newmiller. Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you by Prestwich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. Find them online at minotbraces.com. Fast break, work to perfection again for Bismarck High. A layup by the other Newmiller, Reagan Newmiller. A 39-10 lead now for Bismarck. Bounce pass and a foul against Reagan Newmiller, holding on to the jersey of Grayson Roram. So that'll be team foul number 5 against Bismarck here in the half. And again, they bring in 3 new players. Coming up next, with the Magic Towing halftime report. Take a look at the first half numbers and some scores from around the WDA, thanks to North Dakota Score Feed. Obviously, got our eyes on plenty of matchups tonight in the conference, all on the PSP Network. 3 WDA doubleheaders tonight. Shot blocked by Laskowski, saved it from going out of bounds, and then Wellstead did the same, but right to Izzy Dahl of Bismarck. Wraparound shot is no good. Laskowski gets it up the floor to Francis. Minot North's got numbers, 3-on-2, and now they slow down. Ashley Williamson, the Viterbo University women's basketball commit. Underneath the basket, puts up a shot. Rebound goes to Bismarck. Fedig to Dahl. Back to Taya Fedig. To the University of Nebraska track commit. Down to 10 on the shot clock, maybe the longest possession of the day for Bismarck. 3 ball short. Well, short there. And out of bounds. Here's the Laskowski block on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Oh. Again, Minot North breaks the press. 2-on-1. Williamson back to the basket. It's good.
Yeah, it was a nice little, challenge to the defender. Nice little pass fake, and they're able to kind of back to the basket, like you said, and just kind of flip it up over the head and off the backboard. But a great job there, pushing the ball up after getting the ball in the middle, realizing you have the numbers and you have the fast break opportunity.
Under 2 minutes to play, first half, 39-12, Bismarck High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Ashley Williamson, quick shot, it's good. 4 in a row for Ashley. And the Sentinels trail by 23. Jordan Rude skips that pass all the way across the court to Taya Fedig. Now Rude gets the ball back. Wants it again. For 3 this time. Contested, doesn't matter. Jordan Rude for 3 again. And we've got another First International Bank Intrust timeout on the floor here on the PSP Network.
How would you like to turn this into this? With Shots Crossroads Fuel to Food Reward Program, you can. Here's how it works. Pick up a fuel tracker card from any of our C-store cashiers. Every time you fill up with gasoline or diesel, use the fuel tracker card to record your gallons. Once you reach 1,000 gallons, you'll be eligible for a $10 gift card to Shots Crossroads Restaurant. Start earning your rewards today at Shots Crossroads.
I want to thank North Dakota Score Feed, giving us up-to-the-minute updates with scores from around the state tonight and every night on the PSP Network. See some scores rolling in there on the bottom of your screen from Bishop Ryan Catholic School. Jonas Nelson out there from the Lions Den. We're here in Sentinel Gymnasium, where it's the road team up big in the first half. 42-16, Bismarck High in front. Another long 3 from Cambry Newmiller. That was Reagan Newmiller for 3. I knew I was going to mix up the twins once tonight.
Oh, that's a kind of an honest mistake. I mean, when you put both twins out on the floor at the same time, can be a little distracting, a little confusing on which one's which.
53.4 seconds left. Laskowski on the inbounds pass. Didn't even touch the rim there. 45-16 Bismarck. Jordan Root, a nice first half, 8 points, plus a couple of rebounds as well. She's going to get fouled. Still not that close to the bonus yet. That's the 4th team foul against North, and the first against Addison Clark. .37 seconds on the game clock. A new shot clock for Bismarck High. And extend this lead a little bit more before the break. Reagan Newmiller, look at that pass to Fettig, just couldn't finish the shot, and then it's deflected out of bounds. We've seen some nice offensive plays today, that's for sure.
Yeah, Bismarck right there is a nice offensive set there. Got some people moving, nice little backdoor cut. Minot North's kind of doing the same thing too. They're, the nice thing is what I'm seeing is it doesn't matter who's got the ball on their side on the offensive end. They've got players away from the ball that are moving, that are cutting, making themselves available and open.
Foul there against Taya Fettig. That puts Minot North at the Surf Pro free throw line, shooting the single bonus. It's Ashley Williamson with a 1-and-1. Makes the first, earns the second. Two for two at the Surf Pro free throw line. There is Williamson. Could be the last possession of the first half, with Bismarck High holding on to the basketball. Spin around shot. Laskowski timed it up well. One more chance here for Bismarck after the inbounds play. Out of 9 seconds in the first half. Grayson Newman will inbound the basketball. Trying to find Mayer. Instead goes to Izzy Dahl. Reagan Newmiller, another long distance three. Tracks down her own rebound, still has 2 seconds. Turnaround shot, Mayer even at the buzzer. It's no good, but Bismarck High's got to be pleased with that first half of defensive effort, leading to fast break points, 45-21 as we go to break.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
It's time for the Magic Towing halftime report. Remember the phone number 701-509-4011 for Magic Towing, serving Western North Dakota. Name PSP Network whenever you need to tow and save $50. That's a Magic Towing. At the half of the BNC National Bank scoreboard, it's Bismarck High 45, Minot North. That's 19. Well, they had the score wrong the whole time. Corey, you should not have doubted your box score.
Well,
let's get right to those stats then. It's 45-19 here at the half.
Yeah, we'll take a look. We'll take a look first for Bismarck High. Led in scoring in the first half with 45 points. Led in scoring with Taylor Mayer with 14 points, a perfect 4 for 4 from the free throw line. 8 points for Jordan Rude. 7 points for Reagan Newmiller. Couple three, 2 twos and a 3. 6 points for Caitlin Luther, and then 5 points apiece for Cambry Newmiller and Izzy Dahl. Really good first half there for Bismarck. I think they came out in that full court press and really kind of forced the issue, allowed some steals, some fast break opportunities, but when they got down in a half court set, they did a really great job of moving the ball around. They had the inside outside game working. They were hitting some threes, really kind of forcing North to kind of defend the whole floor and taking advantage and finding openings when they had the chance, and really aggressive on the offensive rebounds as well when the shot went up. Not just limiting themselves to one shot and then going back and playing defense. So a great job there, Bismarck High, kind of setting the tone early in the first half. For Minot North, 19 points in the first half, led by Ellie Leskowski with 11 points. A couple threes, 2-pointer, and then 3 for 6 from the free throw line. Second in scoring, Ashley Williamson with 6 points, 2 for 2 from the free throw line, and then 2 points by Avon Kelly. Really, Minot North kind of got caught up trying to go a little too fast, or at least thinking they needed to go a little more up tempo and try to get down the floor as soon as possible, and kind of allowing that full court pressure that Bismarck High was having, kind of allowing that pressure to kind of dictate how they were going to get the ball up the floor, and then once they get it across, then they were, it seemed like there were times they were just in such a hurry to kind of get rid of it and pass it up, or seeing somebody and then and then not throwing it right away and kind of waiting that extra second and then throwing and then allowing the defense to kind of recover a little bit. I would see, I would say that Coach Loft probably at halftime in the locker room, just telling the girls, hey, we've shown we can break the press. We've had some success breaking it. We've had opportunities when we do. We're getting ourselves in a fast break opportunity where it's 2-on-1 or 3-on-1. We just got to do a better job of finishing when we have those opportunities and not allowing Bismarck to kind of dictate what kind of tempo it is when we have the ball. On the flip side, to be in the locker room of Bismarck High, you just kind of say, hey, we kind of got off and we got, like I said, we dictated the start of the game and how this game was going to be played. Up tempo, our favor. We're subbing people at will and we're getting fresh legs out there and we're attacking them. Defensively, we're trapping the ball. We're forcing them to kind of go a little helter-skelter and up the floor and then throwing some ill-advised passes where some of them, they probably don't even know where they're going to end up. They're just kind of wanting to just get rid of the ball, and we're taking advantage of it and stealing, and we're turning around going the other way. And there's been a couple times you've heard Bismarck High's coach, yell, go, go, go when they get the ball on a defensive rebound or a steal. He wants to force the issue. He wants his girls getting down the floor. He likes the fast break layup opportunities, but they've also shown they can sit back on a half-court set and they can move the ball around and get a good look.
Let's take a look at some halftime scores from around the WDA thanks to North Dakota Score feed on the PSP Network. For the Magic City Campus Gymnasium, it's a good one. Minot High 33, Century 28 in the girls' game. That one just before halftime. Maybe just went to halftime. No score from Jamestown and Williston reported yet. That game is on the PSP Network. And a top 5 matchup from Legacy High School as the Sabres lead Mandan 20-14, still in the first half. And of course, here it's Bismarck High leading Minot North 45-19. Quick break, back with the second half on the PSP Network. To begin the second half of basketball here from Sentinel Gymnasium. A reminder, we still have another game to go after this. The boys' game of this WDA doubleheader, Bismarck High and Minot North. The first 18 more minutes of the girls' contest. 45-19 Bismarck High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. It'll be Minot North, the first offensive possession out of halftime. Ellie Laskowski spins into the lane, now spins to the left side, puts up a shot with the right, bounces high off the rim and goes in. Nice start. I think for Minot North, one of the other messages there, maybe flush out that first half and, hey, 1 for 1 on offense now.
Yeah, you look at a lot of times coaches will say, okay, we know the mistakes we made in the first half, and we're not going to spend a whole lot of time in the locker room at halftime talking about the mistakes. We know what we need to do. We know how we need to fix it. And maybe that first possession there, and that resulted in a made basket there by Laskowski. Maybe that kind of gets them going here in the second half.
And in response, it's Taylor Mayer with 2 more points for her day. 16 for Taylor Mayer, who came into today's contest averaging just 7 points per game and shooting 27% from the field. Missed shot there by the Sentinels. Bismarck High trying to grow this lead a little bit more. Jordan Root, another 3-ball, rolls off no good. Fettig the offensive rebound. She's going to go to the free throw line after getting fouled. Taya Fettig a chance to improve that 50% mark from the Surf Pro free throw line this season. .24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Surf Pro bringing the Surf Pro free throw line. 2 misses there from Taya Fettig, but then a steal for the Bismarck defense. Rude thought about shooting, thought about continuing the dribble, thought about passing then, and it was too late to travel. But obviously, the main takeaway from this one is the Bismarck High takeaways in the first half. Minot North, the team that turns the ball over more than anybody else in the West region this season. In fact, they've given the ball to the other team 20 or more times in 4 out of 6 conference games this season. And if they're not already at 20, they've got to be close in this game.
Kind of a sloppy start here to the second half. After the opening possession there with Laskowski scoring, and after that now it's just been like both teams are kind of trading turnovers back and forth. And I know as coaches you kind of get a little frustrated at times because these are all turnovers that are unforced turnovers. You're kind of doing it to yourself here a little bit, and so both teams kind of have to kind of calm down here and clean it up a little bit here in the second half.
Laskowski from beyond the arc. Rebound wrestled by Mayer and a jump ball. Possession arrow does go to Bismarck High here with 16:11 to go second half. Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you in part by the UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. Open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to 7 and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3. For all your packing and shipping needs, it's the UPS store. Mayer all the way herself for 2. Have a day, Taylor Mayer. And isn't that what we said in the pregame show, Corey? Anybody on any day for these teams can maybe have a 20-point game like Mayer's on the verge of.
Yeah, you look at we talked about how Luther kind of had the game on Tuesday, and now Mayer's kind of picking up the game today, and so this just again it makes it harder now for teams when you're playing against them. You don't know really who to focus on if you're continually having girls that are stepping up, and like I said, it was Luther the night before. Now it's Mayer tonight, and it could be somebody different the next time they come out and play. So when you and this is the time of the year where you like to see not just one person, being the main focal point on the offensive end.
Williamson lost it, picked it up, does get across the half-court line successfully. Laskowski gets double-teamed there, trapped in the corner, hooked out of bounds by Reagan Newmiller. Demons saying it went off the leg of Laskowski, but possession will stay with Minot North. 14 on the shot clock. Wellstead, tough spot to inbound the basketball there. Gets it to Addison Clark. Williamson, shot fake, but jumped the gun there. Bismarck High, their upcoming schedule, I mean, they have 3-3 against their early season schedule. Pretty good start, judging they had to play the likes of Minot High early on. Upset win over Legacy, and also that surging St. Mary's team. Reagan Newmiller, it's a longer three every time she takes the shot, but they keep going in. That one was NBA line.
Yeah, it's one of those where you just kind of keep going farther and farther back to see where where the limit is. You keep making them, you keep taking that step, that half step back, and as long as she keeps making them, she can step back as far as she wants.
Wellstead answers with the 3 ball. 52-26 your new score. Bismarck High doubling up the Minot North Sentinels on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Mayer past Izzy Dahl, near side wing, top of the key. Finds Caitlin Luther. Nice pass fake, got a lane. Right-handed layup is missed. The putback by Izzy Dahl is missed. And the rebound batted away to Ashley Williamson. Sentinels going the other way. Wellstead, long 2, 5 in a row for number 5, Kinsey Wellstead.
Yeah, that's one thing for North here. If they can get some girls, going, making some shots here down here for a little bit, they might be able to kind of chip away here at this lead.
Reagan Newmiller 0 for 2 on that possession. Steal by Luther. It's right back in the hands of the Demon offense. Nice find right beside the basket. Grace Newman for 2. Give the assist to Mayer. 54-28 Bismarck now. 13.5 to go in the ball game. Kinsey Wellstead continues scoring at quite a pace.
I think if you can get Wellstead going here along with Liskowski, that's really going to maybe open it up for the other 3 girls on the floor for Minot North to take advantage of some things. But Wellstead's doing a really great job of getting the ball up the floor, attacking the basket, forcing the defense to kind of come over, and then being able to find somebody open.
Extra pass to Clark. Back out to Liskowski. Spins to the right hand. Lots of contact there. And a foul. 2 shots coming up for Ellie Liskowski. Today's game also brought to you by Ryan Family Dealerships. For 50 years, Ryan has been a trusted name for car buyers in Western North Dakota. Shop their entire inventory online at driveryan.com. Liskowski makes the first free throw. Talk about Bismarck's upcoming schedule a little bit. They'll take on Dickinson next on Tuesday, a midgets team that's still in search of their first conference win this season. And then it's back at home to take on their biggest rival, Century, for the first meeting. They're in the Capital City rivalry. Cambry Newmiller off the dribble. Another offensive rebound for Bismarck High. Izzy Dahl for 3, short. Francis the rebound. Minot North, their upcoming schedule, a bunch of home games still. 7 out of their next 9 games will be at home, including 5 in a row starting tonight. Sentinels will host Jamestown and Williston next. 2 teams that are in somewhat tied with Minot North right now in the standings, each of them with 1 win, but a different amount of losses. And then they'll host Legacy, a team they played pretty close in that conference opener, also at home. You can catch those games on the PSP network. A steal by the Demons as we get back to basketball here. Izzy Dahl headed to the Surf Pro free throw line for 2 shots. So 12-11 to go on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bismarck 54, Minot North 31. Izzy Dahl with the made free throw. There's another one coming up. Just her 4th free throw attempt on the year. The sophomore guard. Two for 2. 25-point advantage for the Demons. Grayson Roram right down the court. Lots of second half offensive success right now for the Sentinels.
Yeah, they're doing a much better job against this press. Instead of trying to dribble themselves open and trying to break it with the dribble, they're doing a much better job of getting the ball up the floor and breaking it against the breaking it with the pass. And then they're allowing themselves to have some opportunities around the basket for some easy shots.
Skip pass from Liskowski over to Katie Nelson. Minot North without Katie Shipman today. She was kind of late onto the varsity team this year. Supplied a bunch of rebounds for Minot North, but was out there for warm-ups in uniform, but with a sling on the arm. With 2 on the shot clock, it's Ellie Liskowski with the made bucket. Cambry Newmiller steps into a 3. Gets her own rebound. All alone. Now over to Jordan Rude. She finds Newmiller. Driving on the left side into traffic. Too strong off the window. Liskowski the board. And Bismarck High going to go even deeper into their bench here at the next dead ball. Our final 11 minutes. Wellstead has it stolen away. Grace Newman, tough pass there to Dahl. It does get collected by the Demons. Rude also gets a pass away to Izzy Dahl. Rude got help from a screen but missed the 3. Dahl always seems to find the basketball right now. Miss on the putback. Nelson Turn around in the lane, it's good. Katie Nelson for two, and we've got a First International Bank and Trust timeout. 9:58 to go in the ball game on the PSP Network.
Today, we deliver more wonderful birthdays at Trinity Health Family Birth Center. We offer all new private, family-centered suites. Our maternity team provides more personalized support, advanced care, and the reassurances of a NICU and a neonatologist on staff. Take a virtual tour at trinityhealth.org/Family Birth Center. Trinity Health, making more possible.
First International Bank and Trust, a full-service, family-owned, independent community bank built on the bond between their employees and customers. Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, South Dakota, Arizona, and Minnesota. Find them online at FIBT.com. Well, we've got more high school basketball tomorrow for you on the PSP Network from Glen Ellen and Des Lacs, North Dakota. But here in Minot, it's the team from Bismarck dominating, leading 56-37 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Jordan Rude had it stolen away there by the Sentinels. Katie Nelson brings it up the floor for North. Laskowski for three. It's good. Ellie Laskowski adds to her point total today, 19 for the freshman, right on that season average. Travel called there against Reagan Newmiller of Bismarck High. Into the game for the first time for the Demons, Opal Sorensen. Sorry, that's number 10, Delaney Lawson. Wellstead out to Bryn Francis. Grayson Roram for three, banked it. It's just a 13-point game and still 9 minutes to go. Minot North, what a second half.
Yeah, Minot North is definitely doing a great job here. They're chipping away. They're making each possession on the offensive end count. These last handfuls, you can see the confidence now is starting to build, and now the defense is now starting to pick up a little bit for North. They're gaining a little bit more confidence. A defensive rebound here, convert this to some points, and you're gonna really start to see Minot North kind of really get after Bismarck High here.
Yeah, they're outscoring Bismarck in this second half, 24-11. Nelson in the lane. We're gonna get a jump ball as Lawson and Nelson both had a hand on it. Possession arrow to Bismarck.
Now the big thing here for North is, they've got the momentum. They've got some positive things going here. The last thing they really need now is to allow Bismarck to kind of, take control of this game here and start to kind of build this lead back up. It's really important here for North to kind of clamp down here defensively and limit them to one shot and done.
Shooting foul, and that will send Caitlin Luther to the Surf Pro free throw line. Grayson Roram called for the foul. That'll be the fourth against North in the second half. First free throw rolls in for Luther, the senior for Bismarck. Came back from a 3-game absence and dropped 18 points in the winning effort against the Williston Coyotes on Tuesday night. 72-54 win for the Demons. Oh, that hit everybody there on the sideline, and it last hit Reagan Newmiller before going out of bounds. Eight minutes remain on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bismarck 57, Minot North 43. Might be on the verge of quite a finish here if Minot North can continue this comeback. They're on a good pace halfway through the second half. Out of bounds off of Fedig. We saw it at the end of the first half, Corey. Obviously, Bismarck High loves shooting the three ball, and we haven't seen too much of that in the second half, but the aggressiveness to get the ball in the lane on a pass and go to work down there freed up a couple three-point shooters at the end. Not so much the same in the second as Avon Kelly goes for two.
No, Bismarck is kind of, they're taking their time here. They're being a little bit more selective offensively, and now they're just kind of being the team now that is starting to get more of those handful of unforced turnovers here, and they're allowing North to kind of creep back into this thing, and North is taking advantage of it. It's one thing about forcing teams to turn the ball over, but if you don't take advantage of it on the offensive end, it's all for naught. But North is doing a great job here of taking advantage of it.
Oh, both players flying after the rebound, and Wellstad just kind of caught it out of bounds. Turnover back to the Bismarck Demons. 7:25 to go in the game. Just a 12-point lead for the visiting team at 57-45. One-hand pass all the way across the court to Taya Fedig. Came from Reagan Newmiller. Now the ball with Luther. Into the lane. Right-handed finish for Caitlin Luther.
That was a good hard drive there from the left wing all the way across to the right. Luther did a great job of keeping that ball away from the defender, going hard to the basket. Now it's crucial that Minot kind of answers with a basket of their own.
They don't get it there from Ashley Williamson. And then a foul on the opposite baseline there against Laskowski. That is just her first, but the team fifth.
Yeah, Minot's going to have to be a little careful here defensively. 5 team fouls are pretty close to having that that 1-and-1 bonus free throw opportunities. Last thing you really want to do is stick Bismarck on the line with the clock stopped in order to build onto this lead.
Reagan Newmiller finds Grace Newman. Newman spins. Yes, couldn't find the rim there on the shot. Laskowski the rebound. Finds Roram in the corner. Shot fake. Now mid-range. That's missed. Fedig the board for Bismarck. Cambry Newmiller all alone. It's good. Looked a little line drivey, but it worked.
Yeah, sometimes those are some of those threes that coaches are little leery about you taking when when you have the advantage there, but when you're a 3-point shooting team and you're open like that, you're going to want to take advantage of it. But I like what Bismarck has been doing late. Other than that last possession, they're doing a great job of using some of the shot clock and moving the ball around and getting themselves a good look or at least a drive to the basket. So I would expect Bismarck High in this last 6 minutes to kind of keep doing that as long as they can maintain this double-digit lead that they have.
Minot North with the basketball and 6 minutes remaining in the game. Offensive foul against Avon Kelly of Minot North, trying to set a screen for Grayson Roram. Down 17 with 6 minutes to go. Still a lot of time for the Sentinels, but there's turnovers right there that were really unforced by Bismarck High, so it's going to keep this comeback from happening. Jordan Rude gets some space and gets the layup to fall.
Yeah, Kelly just didn't find herself set very well to take that charge and kind of came over late and wasn't able to get herself established in order to take that that charging call. But great job there, Bismarck. Again, they're taking advantage of it. They're being aggressive. They're getting to the basket.
Sentinels threw the ball out of bounds there. Kelly trying to find Williamson inside the three-point line. Bismarck High will be in the bonus the remainder of the game with Minot North up to 16 fouls. Cambry Newmiller finds Izzy Dahl. Tries to pass it back out to Newmiller. It's deflected by Laskowski. Tells Bismarck High to try that again. Newmiller steps through, and it's another 2 points for Bismarck, extending this lead a little bit to 21. Francis gets to Roram. Minot North into their offense. Step back three from Roram, missed it. Jordan Rude with a basketball for Bismarck. Saw her score at the end of the first half, start of the second half, but recently it's been all about Cambry Newmiller.
Yeah,
long three there.
Yeah, she's kind of taken the last, probably 6-8 points have been all coming from her. Being able to get to the basket, had a couple threes here. That's just again, she's kind of come along. When Bismarck High needed some kind of spark to kind of extend this lead a little bit, Newmiller's kind of stepped up and been that player for him.
4:18 to go in the basketball game. Ashley Williamson tries a three. Minot North just got to essentially take any shot right now, as Bismarck has brought this lead back to a 24-point margin. They led by 26 at the break. Roram tried to jump the pass. Newmiller keeps it with Bismarck. Rude lost it out of bounds. Turnover back to North. Coming up next, we'll have the planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show. We'll talk with our Sport Clips MVP and name the Magic City Home Leisure Move the Game. Kinsey Wellstead dribbling for Minot North. She gets fouled. Since Wellstead scored those 7 points in a row, really not much there for Minot North's junior wear number 5.
Unfortunately, they kind of go in a little spurt there, but then they end up kind of getting themselves back in that rut where they're having trouble. They're having trouble getting a good look, or they're having the shot just isn't falling. They keep working hard. They keep battling. They got 3.5 minutes left here. They, not counting them completely out, but they're going to have to take advantage of every time they have the ball on the offensive end. They're going to have to come away with points every time. So the shot selection is going to have to be, it's going to have to be there, and they're going to have to kind of eliminate some of the mental mistakes that they're making.
They did get a second chance there after the Laskowski miss, but an offensive foul against Addison Clark will give the ball back to Bismarck High. 3:39 remains. Second half on the PSP Network. Bismarck 69, Minot North 45 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Caitlin Luther, open look for three. Long rebound goes to Grayson Roram. She's sprinting down the court. Now it's Ellie Laskowski. Was open for a second. Close out by Luther. Offensive rebound to Bryn Francis. Finds Laskowski again. Batted away. Picked up by Izzy Dahl. Roram deflected the pass. Reagan Newmiller tried to pick it up. And the ball will stay with the Sentinels on their side of half court. And a timeout taken by Minot North. Will take it with them. First International Bank and Trust timeout on the floor on the PSP Network.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
Bismarck Demons boys team has made their way into the gym. 3 minutes away until they take the court here in Sentinel Gym. Right into Minot on quite a winning streak. After a few early losses in conference play, Bismarck is on the comeback, just as they were a year ago. Minot North with the basketball, down 24, and they're going to lose the basketball. And then a pass that goes off the side of the backboard is eventually going to be picked up by Addison Clark. A lot to put on the replay there because that is a block by Reagan Newmiller, followed by a missed shot from 3 by Laskowski. Another offensive rebound. Give the ball back to Ellie Laskowski. She puts up a fadeaway shot that rolls off no good. And eventually Bismarck High will be able to bring the basketball down the court, I believe. Well, no, I'm mistaken. It's a steal by Roram. Laskowski the layup for 2.
That is the perfect definition of helter-skelter basketball right there, where you got players flying all over the place, balls bouncing all over the place, but neither team was really giving up on that possession there. So a great job by both squads being aggressive with the basketball and giving their teams a chance to do something.
Tough shot there by Reagan Newmiller. Is missed. Laskowski all alone. Catch and shoot. The 3 is good. 2 minutes remain, and Minot North has gotten this under a 20-point deficit. And that's going to be a foul against Francis. Just didn't really go after the basketball there. Sends Taya Fedig back to the Serve Pro free throw line. And Fedig has got a lot of open shots today. She's been in the right spot for offensive rebounds, but no points yet. Still off the score sheet. You got Jordan Rood and Izzy Dahl checking in for Bismarck High. Today's game of the PSP Network brought to you by Minot State University. With more than 96% of recent Minot State grads employed or continuing their education, MSU grads get jobs, period. BC, be heard, BU at MSU. There's the first point for Fedig. Inbounds pass knocked away out of bounds by Grace Newman. Bismarck High staying in that full court press. They will probably for the last minute 50. It's posed a lot of problems to the Sentinels, especially in the first half, but 31 points since halftime for Minot North. Laskowski has pitched in 24 of the team's 50 tonight in search of what could be a third 30-point game this season. Francis deflects the pass. Laskowski gets the steal. Laskowski, and one opportunity for Ellie Laskowski, trying to will the Sentinels back into this basketball game.
That's just good, good defense again. North isn't. They're not. They're not abandoning all hope. They're playing hard, and they're playing all the way through, and they're going to force Bismarck to play all the way the last 1 minute, minute 22. And they're going to keep battling until this game is completely over. And so Laskowski's doing a great job of kind of putting the team on her back and kind of doing the best she can to will this, will Minot North into a victory.
Now up to 27 points is Laskowski. Oh, Clark just mistimed that one a half second earlier, and that's a steal. Instead, it's a foul, and bonus free throws for Izzy Dahl of Bismarck High. Well, down 17 with a minute 19 to go. There's going to be a lot of fouling necessary for Minot North. They don't really have anybody in too much of foul trouble right now. Clark with 3 fouls is all I've got. Dahl makes the first free throw. Bismarck High, it's these times in games, you just got to make your free throws, put away the game. However, Bismarck shooting just 55% from the free throw line as a team on the season today. A much better mark. Well said, hands off to Clark. Finds Roram. North's offense backing up a little bit. Wellstead long three on the way, off the mark. Francis keeps it in bounds. Dahl threw it away. Roram is going to get fouled there on the steal. Foul goes against Bismarck's Delaney Lawson into the game once again.
Yeah, that was just that was great hustle by Minot North. They were able to save the ball, and everybody just assumed that the referee was going to blow the whistle, that the ball was out of bounds, and they just kind of stood there and watched, and then then the fight came for the loose ball, and North was able to come up with it.
Laskowski continues to fight for a few more points. Got her shot blocked, and then looked like it was Clark that's going to get called for the foul. Both teams are in the bonus the rest of the game. Just 47.4 seconds to go. Dahl, the first made free throw there. Bismarck goes back up by 20. And it looks as though, with under a minute to play, they will get to 6-4, above 500 in conference play. You play each team twice. That's 18 conference games. And they're just about to finish their first time through the WDA competition. And with a game against Dickinson coming up next, you get through that first half, 5-4. You put yourself in a good spot to hold on to that bye into the quarterfinals.
Yeah, you like you said, you do well there, get through the first half. That's always a gauntlet. The second time around, there's not going to be a whole lot of surprises between both ball clubs. But to go through that first go around and have a above 500 record, that's that you're sitting pretty good in the standings in the WDA. You avoid that. You have the possibility of then avoiding that play-in game, and you're going right into the region tournament. So great job there by Bismarck to kind of, when they needed to kind of close this thing out.
Clark, the missed shot. Just 3 seconds left. Picked up by Taylor Mayer. What a game she had today. And that's the official. Bismarck High in the win column once again. 74-53 your final. Postgame show coming up next.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
Welcome to the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. We'll start by talking to our Sport Clips MVP today, Taylor Mayer. Taylor, come on the road. You guys have played well away from home this season, now 4-1. I mean, a building you've never played in before. You guys seem comfortable early on. What was that all about?
Yeah, we've been working really hard in practice to get our offensive side going, and I think we're definitely making improvements on that, and it was good to come out and get a win, knowing that we need to build wins to get further off in the season.
Yeah, you guys came out scoring early, and then the defense really took over in that first half, forcing turnovers. I know you guys really take pride in that brand of basketball you play. It's fast, it's full court, it's aggressive. Just what's the buy-in like for your team into that style, turning defense into offense?
I think we definitely all have a super special role on our defensive side. We're all super scrappy, and then we make our defensive plays turn into our offensive plays, which really just gets us going.
We talked about it pregame show, during the game. It could be anybody, any given night to score the basketball. You were there in the first half, all the way throughout the second half as well. Just the dependability of everybody on your team. Talking about that, relying on pretty much anybody on that varsity roster.
Yeah, we all are able and capable of shooting the ball, and if whoever's hot, we try to find them and give them the ball, and if it's not our night, we try to play as a team and pass the ball up to get better opportunities to get more points in the half than we have in the previous games.
All right, well, thank you for joining us. Great job today, and best of luck this season.
Thank you.
All right, Taylor Mayer, your Sport Clips MVP. We'll be back with the rest of our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show next.
Whether it's getting an education, making priceless memories, learning to play, playing to learn, or simply getting where you need to go, the team at Ackerman Estvold has been behind these projects and countless others, developing critical infrastructure, valuable spaces, and even some good old-fashioned fun. Entrusted with the things you know, but delivering more than you may realize. Ackerman Estvold, trusted for decades and decades to come.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. Visit them online at planningteam.com, helping clients work toward financial freedom. And Shots Crossroads, your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. Final score today, Bismarck High 74, Minot North 53. Let's take a look at the individual numbers. There's a lot for Bismarck High. A lot of names to say, Corey.
Yeah, go ahead and take a look at Bismarck High right off the bat. 74 points, total 45 points in the first half, 29 in the second half. 5 girls in double figures. When you have that many girls in double figures, you're going to pretty good chance you're going to come away with the win. Our player of the game, Taylor Mayer, led the scoring, 18 points. 13 points by Cambry Newmiller. A couple threes there down the stretch. She kind of gave him the spark. Was able to extend that lead out a little bit. 11 points, Izzy Dahl. Some big free throws down the stretch to kind of seal that win. She was a perfect 6 for 6 from the free throw line and kind of made some free throws down the stretch when they needed it. 10 points apiece, Reagan Newmiller and Jordan Rude. 9 points for Caitlin Luther, 2 points for Grace Newman, and 1 point for Taya Fettig. Again, 74 points. Again, we talked about a pregame. Undefeated when they scored more than 20 points in the first half. They doubled that. They doubled that with 45. So they were able to kind of get out early. Their defense kind of dictated what was going to, how the game was going to go. They forced a lot of turnovers early in that first half. against Minot North, and they were able to capitalize it. And then they were just able to kind of just do a better job, ball security, running their offense in the second half, and going from there. Taking a look, Minot North, one girl in double figures. Ellie Leskowski led the scoring for the Sentinels with 27 points. Kind of came on when North was kind of going on that run. She was active on top of that press, being able to kind of get the hands in some tip passes, and was able to get some steals, some threes there to kind of, when they were kind of making their little bit of a run, and got it down to, I think, probably 12, I think was the closest they got, were able to get the score to. So 27 points by Leskowski, above her average of 19, but as a freshman, that's a good leader right there. That Coach Loff is going to be able to build this program around. She's kind of showing that she's emerging as kind of a leader in that ball club. 7 points for Avon Kelly. She had some big layups down the stretch there too to kind of try to whittle that lead in. 6 points apiece. Avon Kelly, Ashley Williamson, Kinsey Wellstead had 7 points. 5 points for Grayson Rorm, and then 2 points Katie Nelson. All in all, North, obviously the second half when they made their run, you look at them and you just, as a coach, as a player, as a fan of Minot North girls basketball, you just kind of wish, that run they were making where they were getting some steals and making some shots. Man, it would have been nice to see that in the first half, but give credit to Bismarck North or Bismarck High. They were able to kind of set the tone defensively and just kind of got North rattled there a little bit, forcing some of those unforced turnovers. But North kind of flipped the table on Bismarck in the second half, and Bismarck was the team that was having some unforced turnovers and allowed North to get back in the ball game. And so you can see that North is, they're right there. They're going to be on the outside looking in. Probably they're going to be playing in a playing game, but if Coach Loff continues to get these girls improving and get them better and better as the season goes on, and we wind down toward the end of the year of regular season play, it's not the teams that start off hot in the beginning of the season. It's those teams that find their groove at the end and get themselves in the tournament are going to be the ones that are going to make some noise and be the scary teams that are going to be aggressive. So, Coach Loff has his girls there. It's just going to take what's going to be the factor that puts them over the hump and gets them going. And we've seen it here twice now. They've had opportunities, and I think it's a learning experience for them all, and they're just gradually going to continue to do that.
Yeah, two more good matchups next to the schedule for Minot North. They'll take on Jamestown and Williston next week. Catch that Williston game on the PSP network. We already talked to our Sport Clips MVP, so let's sound out our last award here of game number one, the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. At Magic City Home Leisure, they are home and spa enthusiasts. They're excited to help you experience the fun and adventure that a quality hot tub, pool, or sauna can bring into your life. With a 5 out of 5-star Google rating and over 200 customer testimonials, they help customers by providing health improvement and family fun at Magic City Home Leisure. Lots of long distance threes in this one for Bismarck High. That's their usual highlight, but Jordan Rude went to work a lot in the post, a couple spin moves there. I really like the game that she brings.
Yeah, when you focus so much on, teams are hitting threes from all over the place, but it's those players that want to that end up doing the dirty work, that are getting the offensive rebounds, that are generating some problems underneath the basket, that allow those three-point shooters to have open looks. I mean, without those people inside that are willing to do the dirty work, those threes aren't as open as you would like to have. So you give credit to Jordan Root and all those girls that are willing to do that stuff underneath the basket to get the rebounds, to the kickout threes, or just the fact that they're a presence inside that allows that forces that defense to kind of pay attention to them, that allows you to have those wide open looks at the three-point line.
Taylor Mayer, your Sport Clips MVP. Jordan Rude, the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. Overall, a great team win again on the road for Bismarck High. 4-1 away from home this season. Your final score for the final time in game number one, Bismarck 74, Minot North 53. We'll be back with the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show of game number two between the Demons and the Sentinels on the PSP Network.
to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here?
That's the spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA and Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.
Timely services that won't slow you down and no appointment needed. Stay in your car, drive through oil change service at Valvoline. It's an oil change, sponsor of our pregame show on the PSP Network. Game 2 of the day between Bismarck High and Minot North. It's a 7-2 Demons team who have won their last 5 games after 2 conference losses, one against Mandan at home, one against Minot here in the Magic City. And Minot North also coming off a win as they picked up their first win in conference play a few nights ago against the St. Mary's Saints, 78-70. Two teams, Corey, that like to play very fast. For Minot North, at times it's been a little bit too fast. There's no too fast, though, for Bismarck High this season. They've been making teams get a little bit crazy recently, forcing turnovers and scoring over 100 points per game in their last 3 contests.
Yeah, you look at teams like that. They like to play that up tempo, but what really makes them dangerous is they force the other team to play that style of basketball. And when you're not a team that is comfortable and likes to play that, you play right into the hands of that of a Bismarck High. And like you said, North likes to play up tempo, but not maybe to the level of Bismarck High does, because the faster they get, then the more out of control you can get, and you turn the ball over a little bit more. And that's exactly what Bismarck wants you to do. And they're gonna, and like you said, they're averaging over 100 points in the last 3 games, so they're gonna force you to score baskets. And if you can't do that, they're just simply going to take advantage of that, force you to play in that up style, force you to turn the ball over, and then they're going to take advantage of it.
Here's a look at the WDA standings coming into tonight's action. Brought to you by Trusted Tire and Auto. In first place, it's the Bismarck Century Patriots, the only team without a conference loss yet, but they're on the road tonight against Minot High, who was previously number 1. We'll take a look at those rankings and see how things have changed after their upset loss to Dickinson. Bismarck High, though, again, I've said it for the last couple of weeks, those 2 early losses kind of pushed them out of the eyes of the media, it seems. Barely receiving any votes. They were just there in 6th place in the conference standings, but today they are just 2.5 games out of first place with really a whole lot of regular season ahead of them.
Well, and that's the whole thing. You take a look at that, and yeah, you have some early losses. You have some losses early in the season. Maybe they're not maybe they're kind of ugly losses, and the media kind of takes a look at that, and maybe you dip down into the poll a little bit, maybe you drop out altogether. But really, you look at it. Are you playing good basketball? Would you rather play good basketball at the beginning of the year, or do you want to play it toward the end of the year? And I think Bismarck would rather be playing good basketball toward the end of the year. Like you said, they're only a couple games out of a top spot there. They're going to keep doing what they're going to do, and they're going to force teams to play that style of basketball. And if that team can do it, great. If not, they're just going to continue to do what they've been doing.
Minot North, as we mentioned earlier, picked up that first conference win against the St. Mary's Saints. Still, though, in 8th place in the standings. Here are the rankings brought to you by Jerome's Collision Center. Century takes over the number 1 spot. Minot High in 2nd. They match up again tonight on the PSP Network. That one starting shortly. Mandan, a team that has beaten Bismarck High this season, is in 3rd following their loss earlier this week at home against Century. And West Fargo Horace, the new team, into the rankings as Legacy fell out of the top 5. Bismarck High is that 6th team, if you will, receiving the most votes of any team that didn't make that top 5 in the state. When we return to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show, we'll take a look at some of the numbers and the keys to the game on the PSP Network.
Property owners in Bismarck and Minot seek transformation. ServPro's construction program brings both vision and precision. From that very first hammer strike to the final touch of paint, our dedication remains unwavering. It's not just about remodeling. It's about legacy. In Minot and Bismarck, ServPro is your partner in transformation. We don't just build back, we elevate every space.
Being in business for over 25 years, we've learned a lot about why local matters, unlike those guys. We take pride in our work and back our tires with our Plus Plan guarantee to get the most out of your tire's lifespan.
Are the tires the same size on all the sides?
We strive to provide great value to our guests and lowest prices guaranteed.
That's not good.
Stop at a Trusted Tire and Auto and get a set of tires from people you know and trust, and will even match those guys.
Welcome back to the Valvoline Instant Oil Change pregame show on the PSP Network. Well, we talked about the start for Bismarck High and the recent games they've been able to play and the recent performances. And the first couple games against teams ranked in the top 5 currently in the WDA standings. The last few against teams ranked 6 through 10. before we say it, Minot North is in that 6 through 10 group, and look what Bismarck High has been doing against the bottom 5 in the West region these last 3 games, scoring 101 points per game, shooting a little bit under 50% from the field, and a turnover margin of plus 66. Compare that to how they started conference play. I don't want to face that team if I'm anybody in the West region right now.
Yeah, I mean, you look at those numbers, and that's quite a daunting task here that we're asking. That Minot North has in front of them is like, what are you going to do to kind of not be on that side of the graphic there? You'd rather be on the left side of the graphic than the right side, but. Again, that's just Bismarck High saying, okay, this is the style of game we play. You either match that intensity that we're going to bring on the floor, or we're going to hang 100 on you, and we're going to force a lot of turnovers, and we're going to take. Not only are we taking good shots, but we're making them. If we're shooting close to 50% from the field, so. It's a heavy task that Minot North has in front of them. They have some players that can probably step up and make it a little difficult for Bismarck High. It's just going to be a matter of can we string 2 halves together in order to do it.
So what can Minot North do a little bit further into our Northern Plains? Heating Air Keys to the game with over 25 years of experience as your heating air experts and the factory authorized sealer for Aero Seal. There's no other choice to seal your heating air game than Northern Plains. Find them online at northern-plains.com. Not much time here, but for Bismarck High, forced fast shots. That's what they've done all season. It's a Minot North team that doesn't shoot a very high percentage from the field. One of the lowest percentage shooting teams in the West. That could very much play into Bismarck High's hands today. And for Minot North, get out to shooters. Bismarck High is one of the top 3-point shooters in all of AA basketball. He's just a freshman, Kalik Austin. He's made 32 three-pointers this year, but another emerging star for the Demons in the shooting department, Artie Carlo, their point guard. He's second on the team with over 20 made 3-point field goals this season. Those are your Northern Plains Heating Air Keys to the game. It's going to be fast. Fast tempo here from Sentinel Gymnasium in Minot as we're about to meet the starting lineups, and we'll start with the visiting Bismarck High Demons. And, well, most nights they're led by their 10th year head coach Jordan Wilhelm. Not tonight. It seems just like everybody, he's at home sick today, but no players out tonight for Bismarck High. And an assistant coach yourself, these assistant coaches know what they're doing. Obviously, Wilhelm, he brings quite an energy to the team, but these assistant coaches, they've got it tonight.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing you look at with your coaching staffs. As a head coach, you want to make sure you have assistant coaches that you can rely on. So if you are gone for a practice, or if you are gone for a game, those assistant coaches know what the head coach wants to do as far as how we want to execute things. And so it's kind of exciting. The assistant coaches don't sometimes always get the recognition, especially during varsity games, as probably as they would like. They're more than content in coaching their freshman or JV games and having success at those levels. But when you have the opportunity to be the person that's kind of running the show for that varsity game, you want to take advantage of it. But again, you're just an extension of the head coach, and what the head coach wants to do and how he wants to execute it, how he wants to get the guys in as far as rotating his subs in and getting who's going to be your best 5 on the floor, and that just comes with time of knowing your head coach and what they like to do and what they don't like to do and things you can look for. So I don't expect that to deviate as far as what Bismarck High is going to want to do for the game tonight.
Absolutely not. The starting 5 for the Demons today: senior guard Jagger Meshke, another senior guard Andre Austin, committed to play basketball at the University of Mary. Junior guard Artie Carlo, just talked about him. He's brought in a 3-point shooting game as well to his ball handling ability. And 2 more guards. It's 5 guards in the starting lineup for Bismarck. Ross Fisher and Grady Swanson, 2 more seniors, finishing out that starting 5 for the 7-2 Bismarck High Demons. For the Minot North Sentinels, it seems like we've got a little bit of a delay here in our starting lineups. I don't really know what the delay is, but their first-year varsity head coach for the Sentinels is Drew Hishlin. His team 3-6 on the year, 1-6 against WDA competition, 2-2 defending home court. We've seen that come in handy here, the home court advantage for the Sentinels, at least early in the season.
Yeah, when you're able to play at home and you have the fans here and you have that backing behind you, you're going to be able you like to come out and you have to like to have a good showing in front of the home fans and these fans know and they acknowledge when there's good play going on and they can encourage. We saw it at the end of the toward the tail end of the girls game when North was making their little bit of a run. So yeah, we're in store for a pretty good game here and it looks like we're gonna kind of just get going here without starting lineup. So let's just go out there, let's throw the ball up and let's get going.
Hey, the starting lineups are great. It gets everybody ready to go, but in all honesty, let's just play basketball on the PSP network today. The starters will get you those players for Minot North here shortly. Tamari Carter, Braden Blickery, Caden Flavin, Caden Helm, and Carson Sessing for Minot North in the home white jerseys. Navy blue numbers and letters outlined in silver. Bismarck High on the road maroon with white numbers and letters outlined in black. It'll be the Sentinels going from right to left. The Demons from left to right on your screen today. Thank you for joining us on the PSP network. It'll be Andre Austin versus Tamari Carter in the center circle. And we are underway with WDA basketball on the PSP network. Tip-off controlled by the Sentinels. Caden Flavin, the point guard. He has been racking up assists recently, almost 2.5 a game, but a lot in the last 2 weeks. Blickery, the first shot is missed from beyond the arc. Artie Carlo brings it down the floor for Bismarck. Out to Ross Fisher, 42% three-point shooter, and we already have a foul here against the Sentinels, and that's really one thing that you don't want to do this early in the game. If you're Minot North, start getting Bismarck to that free throw line. Yeah,
the last thing you really want to do is allow a team that likes to score points, score points without having the clock run. So, expect North to kind of clean that up a little bit. But good hard foul. I mean, they're being aggressive. They're not allowing Bismarck just to have the lane on the drive. So they're getting out in front of them, and they just need to do a little better job getting themselves set and get in front of them.
Second try for Braden Blickery is good, and it's Minot North on the BNC National Bank scoreboard first. But Bismarck High right down the court in their offense. Already 3 Demons go to the scorer's table. We've just played a minute of basketball. It's a missed 3 by Grady Swanson. Here's the Ryan Family Dealerships replay of the Blickery 3, and right away it's a Flavin assist.
Yeah, the great job of North being, getting the ball up the floor and finding that open man. Blickery kind of finding that open spot behind the three-point line and being able to kind of get himself set so he can catch and shoot right away.
Kenyatta White, three-point play. Watch that one roll all the way around the rim and eventually fall in. Free throws coming up here for Kenyatta White.
Yeah, great job there. He had position, kind of had a nice little head fake there, kind of got Carter up in the air and was able to kind of absorb the contact and go up and have a nice basket and just unfortunately short there on the free throw.
Not enough legs into that one for White, and the lead stays with Minot North, but 2 fouls on those first 3 possessions for Bismarck. Sentinels able to break the press. Blickery the first 5 points for North with that left-handed layup.
The question will be here, can North withstand that full court pressure by Bismarck and be able to have some opportunities there for some layups?
Tie ball game thanks to Grant Bieber. Actually, they called that one a 2, so it's 5-4. Nope, now we got a lot messed up on the scoreboard right now. They did call that a 3, so it is 7-5. In the lane, Blickery for 2. He's got all 7. Well, now we got, okay, maybe you got the score right. It should be 7-5 Sentinels, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, we got her.
There we go. 3 ball, Andre Austin missed it. Blickery the rebound. Oh, and then he lost the basketball momentarily. Finds Flavin across the timeline. Flavin into the lane, pull up over Austin. Austin punches the rebound over to Tamari Carter. Ball stays with the Sentinels. Carter, the leading scorer in that St. Mary's contest. The 3rd different leading scorer for the Sentinels in the last 3 games. A turnover eventually to Bieber. Now Austin in the lane, had it deflected, still finds Carlo. Corner 3, missed it. Rebound by Bieber for the Demons, and he's got 5 in a row.
Yeah, we're seeing the same kind of aggressiveness from the Bismarck High boys that we did with the girls, as far as when the shot goes up, they're going after the offensive rebounds and they're being aggressive there. So, we're kind of up and down pace here right now. So it's going to be kind of fun to watch them kind of continue to do that.
Bieber misses that shot after Blickery had 3 chances on that last offensive possession for North. Not all of them very good. There was 3 Bismarck jerseys around him. 7-7 after 3 minutes on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Minot North going slow on offense, which is according to their plan. Here's Sessing. Double team there, straight up for the Demon defense. And then a foul before the shot against Austin. That'll be the first foul against Bismarck High in the game. And now off the bench, Najee Boyd, the sophomore for Bismarck, into the game for the first time. As is Kalik Austin. Talked about him in the pregame show. He has been hitting threes like nobody else in the WDA these last couple games. Flavin, mid-range, rolls off no good. Andre Austin the rebound. Finds brother Kalik Austin, guarded by Carson Sessing. Back to Andre. Pass is picked off. Sessing going the other way. 2-on-2 fast break. And now waits for some help. Out for the 3, Cameron Jez, no good. And now both teams going scoreless recently. Kalik Austin, though, coast to coast. Tough shot. Maybe knocked away there by Jez. Offensive rebound by Boyd for Bismarck. Andre Austin in the lane. Horizontal there. Puts up a shot. A little slow to get up after hitting his knee on the court. Blickery short on the 3 ball. Even though the offenses haven't been working to score points, no signs of slowing down. I think Swanson thought he got hit on that 3, but there's still points afterwards for Bismarck, and a timeout by Minot North. One start, Demons leading 9-7.
Why do I bank at First Western? Easy. They take care of their customers.
That's right, Carson. You may be number 11 on the field, but at First Western, you and our customers are never just a number.
First Western provides the best in customer service.
When our customers call with a question, we answer their call personally.
Now that's pro-level service.
Thanks, Carson. Professional, friendly, full-service banking is what you can count on at First Western.
First Western. You can bank on us.
Drew Ishland of Minot North called that First International Bank and Trust timeout. Wanted to enforce the idea of boxing out. And that is what we could hear loud and clear without the audio system working here in Sentinel Gymnasium.
Yeah, every once in a while, a coach will call a timeout, and everybody in the gym knows exactly what he wants his team to do when they get back out of the timeout. And a good timeout there. Yeah, he made a good point. His team was not doing a very good job of boxing out, allowing Bismarck High to have multiple opportunities on the offensive end to get points. So something that North is going to have to clean up here if they want to kind of keep this game close.
Reach in foul there. Call against Ross Fisher of Bismarck. And it's still Bismarck High 9, Braden Blickery 7. And Blickery's not on the court right now for North, meaning they need to find a secondary score. Flavin picked up the basketball. Bad spot to do that. Bounce pass goes through the hands of 2 teammates. It wasn't even touched by Swanson there. And a turnover to Bismarck.
Yeah, that was kind of an unforced mistake there by Flavin. And it wasn't like the defender was forcing him to pick the dribble up there. He just consciously just took a couple dribbles and picked it up, and I think realized as soon as he did he was in trouble. And great job by Bismarck High to kind of lock down on those defenders and not make it easy for him to find somebody to complete a pass to.
North does secure the rebound there. It's Josiah Jacquinette. Jacquinette gets the ball back to Flavin. Into the lane with the left hand, passes out to Jez. Finds Sesson, Camden Offworth in the game. He's got the basketball. He'll drive and shoot, but not score over Grady Swanson. Open look, but a long three from Fisher. Doesn't matter the distance there. It's a good 3-point field goal. Lob all the way out to Jack Annette in the corner. Nearly hit the official there. Jack Annette was on the sideline, and another turnover. Watch this three again on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay.
Yeah, this, that's just Minot North was kind of sucking down on defense and kind of forgot where the shooters were, and that's one thing you really want to do. You know Bismarck High likes to shoot the three. Last thing you really want to do is let those guys just kind of find an open spot around the three-point line and then forget where they're at.
12 minutes to go, first half. Carlo back in the game for Bismarck. Nice touch there off the glass. 14-7 Demons. Oh, now Carlo's down. It looked like he rolled an ankle. Offworth for three on a 5-on-4 situation there. Rebound brought down by Sessing. Gets the ball back from Helm. There's 2 points, and now an injury timeout for Artie Carlo to get off the court after just scoring such a nice basket that I think you're going to see here on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Tough to see him have to go out of the game.
Yeah, great job of being able to get to the lane, spinning, and then, one of those things where we're just kind of going for the steal and plant, and kind of your ankle kind of gives out on you a little bit. But hopefully that's the case, and it looks like the trainer's kind of over there, kind of take a look at him. Hopefully we'll be able to kind of get back, get that thing loosened up a little bit and get back in the game.
Bismarck High, another offensive rebound. Jagger Meshke with the basketball. Steps into the lane, but the shot rolls off. His second chance goes in. And gets the steal. Well, that was Ross Fisher. Hands off to Meshke. Now Grady Swanson from beyond the arc. Rebound, fought for, and won by North. That'll be a foul against Bismarck. Foul goes against Ross Fisher. Well, the Demons have opened up their largest lead of the first half at 7 points. Blickery returns for Minot North there at the dead ball.
You see Carlo kind of walking down right in front of us behind the benches there. Looks like he's kind of just walking it off here. Looks like he's doesn't really have much of a limp there, so I think he's going to be all right to come back in the game.
Camden Onforth driving again. Looking for Jack Annette in the corner. Shot fake. Defense flies by. Into the help defense. Nice shot contest there by Najee Boyd. A little bit undersized at 5'9", going up against the 6'2" Josiah Jack Annette, but a missed shot.
Yeah, that's good there. Good defense there by Boyd, realizing he's got he has a disadvantage there. That's one thing that North is probably going to have to maybe recognize a little bit. You find a mismatch there, take advantage of it. Boyd's doing a great job though, realizing that, and he's really going to force the issue as far as he's going to hold his ground as best he can.
Jagger Meshke just bailed out the Minot North Sentinels. There was 3 on the shot clock, and Blickery is under pressure there to get a shot away and gets fouled. 3 free throws coming up for Braden Blickery at the Surf Pro free throw line. He'll miss the first, though. Blickery shooting 79% from the charity stripe here in 2024-25. Makes the second. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Surf Pro. Quick free throw shots there for Blickery. Misses 2 out of 3. Rebound to Najee Boyd. Austin on the drive. That one goes in. First points for Khalik Austin tonight. 18-10 Demons. Blickery tried the one-handed catch, eventually picks up the basketball and then dribbled it out of bounds. Defensive pressure there from Grant Bieber forces the turnover.
I like how Bismarck High, they do a great job that they're quick enough where they're allowing some baseline drive, but they're quick enough there to cut it off a little bit and then kind of forcing Minot to kind of decide what they want to do before they really even know what they want to do with the ball. And it's really causing them to kind of have some unforced turnovers.
Ross Fisher connects again from downtown. 2 made threes in the first half for him. 21-10, Bismarck in the lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Offworth on the other end. Fisher there for the rebound. Had it poked away, steal by Blickery, and then just coughed up the basketball out of bounds.
That's just one of those things we talked about in pregame is is Bismarck High likes, even when they commit a turnover, they're forcing that team to think they need to go a little faster than they did, and that was just that was a good sign there by Blickery. He caught it. He had time. If he would have just composed himself a little bit, he had time to get that ball up, but he felt like he needed to do it in a hurry, and when he never really had full control of the ball, and he just kind of pushed that thing out of bounds.
A deflection there on either a shot or a pass from Andre Austin. Going the other way to Minot North. After that 7 points to match Bismarck High. They really set the tone, and Bismarck High matched it and then ran away with this now double-digit lead, and it's turnover after turnover right now for North. Just about halfway through our first half of basketball from the Sentinel Gymnasium. Carlo back in the game. He threw a wild pass. It got deflected and stayed with the Demons. Kalik Austin from a mile away missed it back iron. Skip from Carter over to Caden Helm, who came over from the Minot High Magicians a year ago. Jackanet finds Carter again. 15 on the shot clock. Blickery rises in the lane for 2 more points. Double figures in the first half for Braden Blickery, and we've got another First International Bank and Trust timeout to bring you on the PSP Network.
That sinking feeling you get when this happens? That's oil change-anxiety. The anxiety of being without a car with a billion things to do. The fear of being overcharged. The stress of not knowing where to go or who to trust. But you never get those feelings at Valvoline Instant Oil Change, where you can watch us work right from your car, and we finish up in about 15 minutes.
We changed your oil and did our 18-point safety check.
Valvoline Instant Oil Change. Service you can see, experts you can trust.
Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you in part by Prestowich Orthodontics, specializing in braces and Invisalign for all ages. They offer 0% financing and free consultations, virtual or in office. Check them out at minotbraces.com. Out of the timeout. A 3 there by Najee Boyd is missed. Meshke, he's still getting rebounds in there amongst the trees, albeit Minot North not the tallest trees of any team in the WDA. A 3rd offensive rebound here for the Demons. Kalik Austin, the freshman, finds Jagger Meshke to Boyd in the corner. 10 to shoot. Austin again from long range. Meshke flies in for the rebound. 2 more points for the Demons. Jagger Meshke. Put it on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay reel. Flavin on the other side misses. Kalik Austin the rebound. Meshke thought about a 3 this time. Gotta get the ball away. Finds Andre Austin. Relays out to Boyd. Meshke's there again. Somebody's got to find where number 0 is for Minot North.
I think Coach Hischelin can't be very happy with his guys right there. They are just not doing a very good job of boxing out. It's a lot of when the shot goes up, everybody's turning to see where the ball is, and Meshke is just standing there on the weak side against that zone, and he's able to time that thing perfectly the last couple times to get some offensive rebounds.
Sentinels also haven't been able to get their own offensive boards. There's a miss by Andre Austin. Scoreless so far in the first half is the Demons' leading scorer this season. Flavin all alone. Got to put that one up. Missed it, though. Flavin is just a 14% three-point shooter this year. Kalik with the right hand. Missed it. And then strips the ball away from Braden Blickery. Here's one of Meshke's hustle plays on the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. He's way outside from 3, sprints all the way in, times it perfectly. Gets it away from Caden Helm and finishes the layup. And Ryan Dealerships, their commitment and respect to their customers is as strong today as it was 50 years ago. Experience the difference when you visit one of the 5 locations in Minot and Williston. PSP Network crews in Minot and Williston tonight. We've got score updates from the girls basketball half of the doubleheaders there from Magic City Campus Gymnasium and Williston High School. That's on our Magic Towing halftime report. Tamari Carter, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Flavin, he didn't know it. Shot clock violation there against the Minot North Sentinels, who are down by 13 points. A game high in the moment.
Bismarck is doing a great job of just kind of harassing Minot North guys with the ball. They're not giving some outlet passes. You know, they're doing a great job of just playing good man half-court defense. They're pressuring the ball. They're forcing that quick dribble and pick up, and then they're finding guys and they're locking down defensively, and they're not allowing Minot North to have a lot of open passes.
Maybe this will get Andre going. Two-hand jam for his first 2 points this evening. 27-12. Going after another steal. Helm with it for Minot North. Recently, Bismarck High's defense has been going right to our Northern Plains, eating our keys to the game. The fast shots for North in transition. They haven't made many of them. That one in an offensive set. Carter short. We've got a replay to show you. Andre Austin.
Yeah,
clear runway.
Yeah, that's just that's that press that's forcing Minot North to just kind of just turn, and without really taking a good look, just throwing and just assuming that the guy, their guy is going to be there, and in their defense, there is somebody there, but Bismarck is doing a great job in anticipating where the pass is going to go, and they're able to jump it a lot quicker than Minot North is probably able to kind of react to it themselves.
A 20-5 scoring run for Bismarck High. End of the game, Lucas McNichols. He had a 2-point earlier. Not many minutes so far in the first half, but 5 points for number 5. McNichols, the guy that missed all last season, he's back. Sessing trapped, threw it away. McNichols deflects to Meshke. Meshke might just go all the way. And had it blocked / stolen by Jacquinette there. Ball will go back to the Sentinels. I think another one of our sponsors, the PSP Network. UPS store located on South Broadway in Minot. Open Monday to Friday from 8:30 to Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 7, and on Saturdays from 8:30 to 3 in the Marketplace Foods Plaza. That's the UPS store. Four and a half to go, first half. Carson Sessing for 2. Two scores in the first half for Minot North, 8 for Bismarck High. And a 16-point lead as well for the Bismarck Demons. McNichols did not get away with the push-off there. An offensive foul against him. Fifth team foul against Bismarck in the first half. Minot North had those 2 early ones, nonsense. So that's been a bright spot for the Sentinels. Sessing gets the ball to Camden off fourth. Jacquinette thought about a 3, decides to take it. Jez hauls in the offensive rebound. Out to Flavin in rhythm. But missed 3. Austin sprinting down the middle of the court. Jez went up for the block, but not going to be able to get enough of a hand on that basketball. And another deflection that leads to a steal. Boyd. Bismarck High is off and running right now late in the first half. And Minot North is doing nothing to stop it. Step back, Carlo, nope. McNichols flew in there, deflected the rebound away from Caden Flavin. It'll still be Sentinel basketball.
Yeah, Bismarck is just so relentless defensively. you know, we talked about it in the pregame, but until you actually see it live and see how they do it, they are just flying around defensively, and they're forcing the issue. And yeah, you might be able to complete a pass up in the middle against the press and be an attack, but they're doing such a great job of getting back. But more importantly, the bottom guys on the press do a great job of stopping the ball and allowing Bismarck to get back fully so they can pick up everybody defensively, and they just do a great job of just harassing the guy with the ball.
I feel like you always hear it in football, trying to prepare that with the scout team defense for the triple option offense. Nobody can really run it like the team that actually does, and you can put those JV guys out there in the press for Bismarck High, but nobody runs it like the Demons do.
No, and if you want to try to, obviously it's difficult in practice to, you know, have your bottom five or your JV kind of to duplicate that press. But what I've found and what we've used sometimes in practice to go up against the press is we just put 2 or 3 extra players out there to kind of, you know, say, the open passes probably aren't going to be there, so you have to do a better job of moving the ball around and finding a window, because they're so quick and they deny so well that easy pass isn't going to be there. So it forces those 5 people that are trying to break a 7-man press. It forces you to move the ball around and find those windows of opportunity.
Yeah, sometimes it does feel like 5-on-8 when you're taking on Bismarck, when things aren't just happening for this Minot North offense like they were in really just the first 3 minutes of this game. On the BNC National Bank scoreboard, it's Bismarck High ahead 32-15. 2:35 left, half number 1. Grant Bieber. This is the 3. Helmiet, the rebound for Minot North. Blickery, quick 3, but it's good. He's got 13 in the first half to lead all scorers. Austin, shot blocked. Jacquinette, bounce pass up ahead to Helm. He's going to avoid the block there from Bieber. And a timeout called by Bismarck. Austin crashed into the wall and the court as well on that last layup attempt. And I believe we're going to have time to... Oh, there was an injury timeout. No timeout charge to the Demons. It was just Austin getting off the court. We saw Minot High lose their starting point guard Fisher Johnson, crashing into those very, very close walls to the baseline here at Minot North. Back to basketball, 2 minutes left, half number 1. Grady Swanson gives the ball back to Carlo. Carlo, he slipped as he was going behind the back. Picked up by Tamari Carter. Carter went off of his knee, picked up by Boyd. Boyd into the lane. Blickery swatting at it, affected the shot for sure. That ball was on the baseline. Last touch by Boyd, though. Magic Towing halftime report coming up next. We'll take a look at the first half stats and scores from around the West region. Long inbounds pass all the way up the court to Carter. Instead, it's picked up by Kalik Austin. Carlo bounce pass to Meshke. Carter picks it up for North. Over to Blickery. And his pass deflected. Swanson sets up, takes a straightaway 3. Missed it. And loose ball tracked down by Helm for the Sentinels. Still throwing it up the court. This time finds an open Tamari Carter for 2.
You know, that's one thing that North can take advantage of, knowing that Bismarck really likes to put some pressure on the ball, even on a defensive rebound. They'll be able to leak some people out. And then if North can just kind of gather themselves and take a look, I mean, Blickery made it. That was, it was almost like back in football there when, finding a wide open receiver there. But, great job, Blickery, getting the ball there and then looking down to his basket and seeing Carter there leaking out. It was an easy throw up there for a layup.
Under 60 seconds left in the first half. Bismarck with a 10-point lead at 32-22. Andre Austin, he's back up, headed to the scorer's table after heading off with what looked like an ankle injury. More offensive rebounds for Jagger Meshke. He might have, if he scores 10, he might have a double-double just with his offensive rebounds. Kalik Austin, front of the rim. Rebound goes to Offworth. 2-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Elijah Thomas checked in for North of that last dead ball. Caden Helm under control a little bit, gets that shot to go. Shot clock turned off now for the Demons. Meshke for three. No. Thomas the rebound for North. 10 seconds left. Offworth, up ahead to Blickery with 5. Step back 3. Falls down. No good. And that will be the end of the first half. They're not going to count that one anyway for Kalik Austin. Well, Minot North got it to single digits by the time that half ended, but Bismarck High built the lead in the first 18.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
The foundation of the financial planning approach at Legacy Financial Partners is a personal relationship. Our unique and collaborative approach to financial planning starts with your dreams, not just the numbers. We will work with you regularly to take action to update your plan as your needs evolve, recommending products and services that are right for your situation.
For decades, Nodak Insurance Company has been serving our state's residents in good times and challenging times. We come together for the greater good, from simple acts of kindness to company-wide efforts that make a difference in our community. It's who we are, rooted in North Dakota and ready to serve when it matters most. Nodak Insurance Company, agents with answers.
Darren Johnson, Cody Olson, and Scott Wilkins, your agents with answers in Mandan.
Meet Gary. Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
It's time for the Magic Towing halftime report. Remember their phone number, 701-509-4011. Magic Towing serving Western North Dakota. There's no job too big or too small. Name PSP Network whenever you need to tow and save $50. Your score at the half of the BNC National Bank scoreboard, Bismarck 32, Minot North 24. Corey, at the break right there, we said 8-point game. Really honestly surprising because it seemed for 15 of those 18 minutes, Bismarck High had their way with really everything.
Yeah, they were really doing a great job of controlling the ball, dictating the tempo of the game. I talked about how Bismarck came out in that full court press, that 1-2-2 press, and they really kind of it had similarities to the girls' game, where once Bismarck kind of came out in that press, they were really kind of forcing Minot North to kind of just throw the ball all over the place. And the boys were kind of doing the same thing that the girls were doing, and it wasn't until until North was able to kind of take a little time and catch the ball and take a look, that they were able to make some cross-court passes of it and being able to kind of attack the basket that way. But it had the makings of an up-tempo style of game that Bismarck High likes to play. And Minot North was kind of falling into that trap of we've got to speed this up, we've got to go fast, we've got to beat them down the floor, we have to play their game. And Minot North, they for their testament, they were able to kind of calm things down a little bit and keep this thing an 8-point game at halftime.
Let's take a look at those individual numbers from the first half.
Yeah, you take a look at Bismarck High. They're pretty balanced scoring wise. 32 points here in the first half. 2 players with 6 points each. Ross Fisher, a couple 3-point baskets, and then Jager Menschke with 6 points as well. And his 6 points all came on offensive rebounds. He's just kind of a menace there around the basket. So I look at him continuing to probably do the same thing there. So those guys leading with 6 points, 5 points apiece by Grant Bieber and Lucas McNichols, 4 points for Andre Austin, and then 2 points apiece for Artie Carlo and Kenyatta White and Kalik Austin for their 32 points. For Minot North, 24 points, 13 points for Braden Blickery. A couple threes, 3 2-point baskets, 1 for 3 from the free throw line. He's the only one in double figures. We had 2 players with 4. Caden Helm, Carson Sessing both had 4 points apiece. 2 points for Tamari Carter, and then 1 point for Josiah Jackinette for 24 points. 8-point deficit, not out of the realm, but clearly, being in the locker room as a coach, 8-point lead, fighting through those early turnovers, against the press, and just kind of playing up tempo and playing kind of out of your comfort zone. If you're Coach Hisson, you tell your guys, hey, as poorly as we probably played in spurts here in this first half, we're only down 8 going into the second half. We'd clean some things up here. We take care of the basketball, and we don't feel like we need to be in a hurry. And we're going to be able to find guys. We're getting to the basket. We gotta clean up the turnovers a little bit, and we have to find a way to keep Bismarck off the offensive rebounds here in the second half if we want to chip away at this 8-point deficit and maybe take a lead here in the second half.
Let's take a look at some final scores from WDA girls basketball. Thanks to North Dakota Score Feed. Earlier today from this very building, it was Bismarck High winning another game on the road as they took down Minot North 74-53. A bit of an upset, you might call it. Legacy, 5th-ranked team in the state, defeated 2nd-ranked Mandan 55-50. But that Legacy team, it is hot and cold. They lost on the road to Jamestown earlier this week, and Jamestown went on the road to Williston tonight, and they lost by 15 to the Coyotes. Williston winning 60-45 there. And from Magic City Campus Gymnasium, Minot High, the #1 team in AA girls, defeated Bismarck Century 69-46. So that means the Majettes are the only remaining undefeated team in the WDA girls basketball standings. And some first half scores from the WDA boys games today. Only a few have been reported so far. Elsewhere on the PSP network, Minot, a close 2-point lead right now over Century. As they head to halftime, it's 32-30 in favor of the Magi. Williston, a 36-28 lead at home against Jamestown. The Coyotes looking for, I believe, their first win in conference play this season. Mandan has a lead over Legacy. Still a ways to go in half number 1 there from Legacy High School. It's 19-18 with the Braves in the lead. And here from Sentinel Gym, Bismarck High 32, Minot North 24. The second half is next on the PSP Network.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Start the second half here on the PSP Network. That'll be Bismarck with the basketball first. Now going from right to left with that 8-point lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. And the second half starts with a foul against Caden Flavin. His first personal first-team foul, of course, of the half, just 12 seconds in. Long inbounds pass from Andre Austin to Grady Swanson. Driving kick to Carlo. Already Carlo from just outside the lane. Maybe he had 1 foot in the paint. Two's good for number 2. He left in that first half with an ankle injury, but was only out for about 2 minutes. Andre Austin the same. He sat out basically the last 3 minutes of the first half. A steal into a 3 for Ross Fisher. Looks like Minot North will finally be able to break the press out of halftime. Flavin up ahead to Carter, now Sessing and Helm. Braden Blickery, leading scorer in the game with 13 in that first half. Gives the ball to Carson Sessing. He's stuck there, foot in the lane. Single digits on the shot clock. Carter, jumper, missed. Austin the rebound. Fisher with it there for the Demons. Sets a screen for Swanson. Andre Austin going the other way. Tough shot. Gets it to go off the square.
That's good hard drive there to the basket. Great job by North there to wall up there straight up. And Austin kind of had to force to kind of dip and kind of contort the body a little bit. But great job by both players. You know, defender kind of holding his ground, and then Austin able to kind of maneuver his body a little bit to get that thing off the glass for a basket.
Sessing trying to get past Artie Carlo. That is not happening. Flavin over to Helm with 2 seconds. Trying to get a pass to Flavin. What he needed to do is put up a shot. It's a turnover to Bismarck as the Demons bring in 3 new players here after just over a minute of second half basketball. And we've also got a timeout on the floor called by Drew Hischlin of Minot North. Has just 2 left to use in this basketball game.
Can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar, but when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemeen, and McBride.
Founded in 1910 and growing to serve rural and urban communities across North Dakota, Minnesota, Arizona, and South Dakota. It's First International Bank and Trust. Find them online at FIBT.com. Sponsoring the timeouts on the PSP Network. 39-24 Bismarck. It's a 7-0 run to start the second half for the Demons on the road today in Sentinel Gym. Austin, shot fake, step back, three, money. Kalik Austin is 33rd, made three this season. That is still in second in the West region. Top 10 in all of AA hoops, and he is just a freshman. Sessing still trying to drive, this time against Andre Austin. Finds Flavin. Too much momentum going out of bounds there. Quickly down the floor, Carlo also shot fake, step back. The three, not the same result as Kalik. Minot North a chance to break this now 10-0 run for the Demons. Blickery had his jersey held onto there by Kenyatta White. That'll be the first foul against Bismarck here in the half. Again, without their head coach, Jordan Wilhelm, he has got sickness, just like everybody in North Dakota has right now. Did the Dickinson game against Minot High earlier in the week. They were without half their varsity team. Had to call up a few 8th graders for that one. Flavin able to get past Boyd. Draws a triple team. Wide open, Jacquinette from the corner. Missed it. Boyd the rebound with room to run. Austin spins back to the right and the left again. Stolen by Blickery. Jump pass picked off there by Grady Swanson. Swanson out to Boyd. No hand up. (45-24) Bismarck. Blickery from the corner. Can't stay hot after that first half. Pass deflected by Carter, not stolen though. Nice pass there from Swanson to McNichols for two. And Bismarck, just like in that middle section of the first half, having everything go their way. Even that one, the layup by Offorth. Maybe even blocked there by Austin. He's sky and hit the backboard. Here's the pass, the assist from Swanson to McNichols.
Yeah, that was just a nice look underneath. McNichols was able to just kind of find that little opening there. But, you know, the frustrating thing here for North is that, you know, they've had some nice looks at the basket. They just haven't been able to get one in here. You almost think they got to get something. They got to get a basket here too to kind of stop the bleeding a little bit. You know, with only 2 timeouts left. For Coach Hischelin, you don't know how much longer you can let this run go before having to burn one of these final 2 timeouts.
Andre Austin's going to keep this run going a little bit longer. 49-24. It's a 17-0 run out of the half for Bismarck. The lead is up to 25, the largest has been tonight. Fourth. And the Minot North crowd able to clap a little bit. But right back to work goes the Bismarck offense. Austin thought about driving. Passes it away to Grady Swanson. Swanson picks up the basketball, finds Fisher. Back cut there to Grady Swanson. More assists for the Bismarck offense. Pass up to Cameron Jez on the inbounds. And now he picks up his dribble. Jump pass out to Jacquinette, into the lane, tries to switch hands, had it blocked by Austin. Swanson was in there as well. Fisher on the other end. He's blocked by Blickery. Ball deflected right to Andre. Austin, offensive foul. Well, 12:30 to go in the basketball game, 51-29. Still Bismarck out of the half. They're on the big lead. And it's still everybody pitching in. Now you get a few new players into the game. Hayden Bondley wears number 25. He checked in and now back to the bench. Josiah Jackinet, he has been desperately trying to get some offense going. Gets fouled. There is a chance at 2 Serve Pro free throws. (24/7) emergency service and trained technicians using advanced technology and specializing in fire and water cleanup and restoration. It's Serve Pro. Jackinet shoots 53.3% from the free throw line. Missed the first, though. Second one up and no good as well. Got a whistle and a violation on Bismarck. Too fast to get into the lane. So a third chance for Jackinet. Misses that one as well. Jagger Meshke found a wide open lane to the basket. And we're going to get the official's going to talk about it. They think it's a goaltending here against Cameron Jazz. Watch the Ryan Family Dealerships replay. Did he get the backboard after the ball hit the backboard? Or was it on its way down? Here's the official call. Oh, more conversation happening.
I think he's just trying to get a good look at what happened there. So,
and no goaltending. They'll call it a jump ball, and it'll be Bismarck High basketball after the block there by Cameron Jez. And in the passing lane there, blindly, Jez with the steal. Minot North down 22. Need to find some offense right now. They throw it away.
Yeah, you're starting to see the frustration start to settle in here with Minot North. They're kind of getting frustrated with themselves. They're getting frustrated with one another, and when that happens, then you got a team like Bismarck High is just going to put this throttle down to full throttle here and just kind of take it right at North.
Steal by Offworth, and there was a basket for him. First points of the night. 11:25 remaining in the second half. 51-31 Bismarck on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Bieber to Meshke. Offworth forced the steal, picked up by Tamari Carter. Offworth brings it up for the Sentinels. He has it stolen away by Meshke, and we've got a foul. Offworth just trying to slow down the 5'10 senior Jagger Meshke, who has been making more hustle plays than anybody today.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Meshke. You always seem like you always have, when you have a team like Bismarck High, it always seems like you have that one player that is just kind of that guy. He's all over the place. He's causing steals on the defensive end. Offensively, we saw it in the first half. He's all over the rebounds offensively, and he's just one of those guys that just is in your face and playing and just forcing you to play faster and you're turning the ball over, and he's just always kind of there around the ball whenever Bismarck High needs a steal or an offensive rebound.
Carter got the handoff from Jackinet, pass fake, and then another pass out to Carson Sessing. Sessing, the defense let him go by after his pass fake out to Blickery. Carson Sessing, he's been one of those reliable scorers for Minot North this season. While he might not lead the team or be close to leading the team in points, he's just been consistent there for the Sentinel offense this season. Talked earlier, 3 different leading scorers in the last 3 games. Kalik Austin was out of bounds when he touched the basketball. Whole new group almost out there for Bismarck. That substitution, they set up the press. One-hand passes there. It somehow got completed. Jackinet. A little hesitation and go. Foul before the shot. Goes against McNichols of Bismarck. Today's game on the PSP Network brought to you in part by Northern Plains Heating and Air. There's no other choice to seal your heating and air game. The Northern Plains. Call Dylan today at 222-2155. 2 points for Braden Blickery, his first of the second half. To 15 in the game for the junior. Austin tries to go right between two defenders there. Missed the layup. Jackanet fouled after the rebound. Personal foul going to Jagger Meshke. Caden Flavin returns to the court for North. Coming up next, our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Talk to our Sport Clips MVP of the game and name the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game. Flavin. One-handed passes. I've heard many times coaches get angry at that. Every single one has been batted down today from Minot North.
Yeah, that's the one pass I think coaches would assume players just not try to attempt because they're easy, they're easily stealable. You can get your hands in the passing lane. You don't have really any control if you have to adjust or anything. You're kind of at the mercy of it, kind of hoping just be wide open, and you just kind of fling it, and hopefully it gets completed. So that's one of those passes I think as coaches we could probably do without.
McNichols got Blickery way up in the air. Missed the layup, but Kalik Austin's there to save the day. It's just one of those low percentage plays in a time when Minot North needs high percentage plays.
Yeah, they're just, they're getting to the basket.
Contested layup right there.
Yeah, you just, you're getting to the basket, go up strong and get fouled, get to the free throw line. But again, the Minot North's wasting a lot of opportunities and possessions down here, and they're coming away with. They're either turning the ball over or they're taking ill-advised shots, or the shots just aren't falling, but they're not producing on the offensive end in the second half like they were toward the end of the first half that got them that 8-point deficit going into halftime.
Jagger Meshke at the Serve Pro free throw line, makes the first. Second one coming up next with 8:46 to go second half. Missed free throw, but an offensive rebound for Kalik Austin. Going to try and drive there against Carter. Had it poked away. Blickery pass to Carter. Under control a little bit. Not the shot, though. Straight up was Andre Austin, and now we're going to get a blocking foul against Blickery. As those two players collided again, Blickery and Andre Austin. Well, for Bismarck, carrying a 5-game winning streak here to Minot, currently 4th in the WDA standings. A lot of that top 5 could change today with Minot taking on Mandan taking on Legacy and Minot facing Century. That'll be an offensive foul there against Kalik Austin. And Bismarck High, their upcoming schedule. Not many easy ones. A lot of good offensive teams we're going to face. Dickinson, Century, and Mandan, their next 3 games. We spoke about in the pregame show that graphic against top 5 teams in the WDA. They score just 71 points per game, which is about 17 below their total season average. And aren't creating the turnovers that they do in a game like this.
No, that's one thing when we talk about it. I talk about it with our girls down at South Prairie. It's when you play teams that on paper or just your mentality that you have that you're probably the better team against that opponent. Then you can force the turnovers and shots fall and everything kind of looks good. But when you go up against the team that probably is as athletic as you are, that can pressure the basketball a little bit, it kind of forces you. It forces you that you have to, treat every possession like it's a must-made basket opportunity, and so that's something that Bismarck High is going to have to focus on here these next 3 games in the schedule.
Austin just slid that foot a little bit. I call it for a travel. Still hanging on to that 20-point lead. It hasn't changed a whole lot in these last couple of minutes. 55-35, Bismarck in front. They've scored over 100 points in 2 out of their last 3 games. Probably won't get there today. Oh, Carter passed it to himself and then blindly threw it back into play. Kenyatta White with it for Bismarck. Just trying to win that 1-on-1 matchup with Offworth, and he does. Big man. Helm a little bit out of control there, and a timeout by Minot North. We'll take it with them. First International Bank and Trust timeout on the court. Scoreboard update when we return.
An injury can happen anywhere, at any time, to anyone. It's not really something you can schedule on your calendar. But when it happens to you and it's not your fault, there's one law firm to remember. That firm is Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride. We live here and take pride in helping our community. We know this area inside and out. We put in the work and fight for what's right so justice can prevail for you. That is what we're all about. We're on your side. We're Schweigert, Clemene, and McBride.
Big thank you to North Dakota Score Feed, keeping us in the know of scores from around the state every single minute. Also on the PSP Network right now, the #1 team in the state, Century, after trailing for most of the first half, it seems like. They've taken a second half lead, but it's just 1 point, 47-46 over second-ranked Minot. And another one to note in the WDA today, Mandan leading Legacy at halftime, 37-25. The Braves, after their loss to Century earlier this week, trying to keep pace with that top group. We have a problem here with the scorebook, it seems like. Somebody checked in that wasn't in the book, or there's really nobody new there on the court.
Yeah, it looks like one of those things where you don't notice there might be a mistake until that player reports. But it looks like there might have been some question. But of course, Minot North's book, since they're the home game, they're the official book. So as long as their book matches what's going on the scoreboard, and there's no questions there, it looks like we're good to go.
It was a problem with the score. It was not 57-35. It's 57-33. They got the score corrected. It's most likely Bismarck High that raised that question. 7 minutes to go in the game. 24-point lead for the visiting Demons. Offworth off the dribble. Rolls off no good. Kalik Austin with the rebound. Carlo, Bieber, McNichols, Meshke, and Austin, Kalik Austin on the court right now for BHS. Jagger Meshke, what a day he's had. Stopped outside the lane, out to Artie Carlo for 3. Just off, but an offensive rebound late in the shot clock there by Grant Bieber. Bieber, baseline, pass out to Kalik Austin. Austin steps back even further. Kalik for 3. 60-33 Bismarck.
Yeah, just so much aggressiveness for Bismarck on the offensive rebounds. Again, Minot North hasn't really had an answer as far as how they were going to keep Bismarck High off the glass.
Now Minot North is just putting up anything and everything at this point. Down by 29 after that Carlo layup. Carter. A little bit of an opening there. Makes it work. Bismarck in the blink of an eye down the floor. Bieber gets past the defender Blickery and around the help defense of Flavin. Bismarck High saying you can't keep up with us right now in a comeback effort in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's exactly what this last probably 5 minutes or so. Bismarck High is finally has told North, it's like, this is the style of game that we're going to play, and you're going to have to match it. And if you can, great. If not, we're just going to keep playing the way we playing, and we're going to come away with the victory.
Flavin making a shot there. It's just a problem getting stops right now for the Sentinels. Down 37-64. Oh, there's a stop by Carter, and it's deflected out of bounds by Artie Carlo. Possession goes to the Minot North Sentinels. And 4 Bismarck Demons check in, but now they only have 4 on the court. Too many came off. Now Kalik's back in the game. And 3 check in for Minot North too.
Minot North probably be happy if they played with 4.
Yeah, we were talking halftime out. It feels like 5 on 8.
Yeah.
Three ball for Helm. High off the rim, and the rebound goes to Hayden Bondley, the sophomore for Bismarck. There's Najee Boy. Nice pass from the career assist leader at Bismarck High School, Andre Austin. And hey, the scoring department hasn't been like usual today for Andre. Just 7 points so far, actually 9. But a couple of nice assists as always. Jump pass from Sessing out to Jackinette. In and out. Kalik to Andre. Corner 3. Count it.
Yeah, Bismarck High is just kind of, putting on a clinic here as far as, what good pressure defense does on the offensive end. Now, Minot North is just kind of scrambling, chasing the ball, and Bismarck High is doing a great job of moving around and finding the open guy, and the shots are just falling in for Bismarck.
Minot North really, that's a tough one there for Cleek Austin, in and out. They're just really not making Bismarck work a whole lot on defense.
No, yeah, and that's the unfortunate thing. They're going to the basket, but they're not forcing Bismarck really to play a whole lot of defense, and the defense that Bismarck is playing, half the time it seems like it's resulting in a turnover.
We've got another timeout. 3:36 to play in the second half. From Sentinel Gymnasium, it's Bismarck 69, Minot North 37.
Great news! If you're looking for a new vehicle, Ryan Family Dealerships has the best selection we've had in years. You'll find fantastic offers from Nissan, Honda, Chevrolet, Buick, GMC, Cadillac, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram.
Hold on. Ryan sells Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram?
Yes, we do, and we'd love to sell one to you. Visit one of our 5 convenient locations in Minot and Williston. Get your next vehicle from a name you know and trust. Ryan Family Dealerships.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face, wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Points. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a sport clip stylist.
Here.
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Back for the 60-second timeout. Already missed free throw by Caden Helm. Makes the one that does get on camera. Act like the first one didn't even happen. Thanks to Serve Pro. Act like it never even happened. 24/7 emergency service and trained technicians at Serve Pro. Into the game for Bismarck is junior number 33, Brennan Greff. That's a miss by Kenyatta White. Bismarck with a 31-point lead on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. And there's a 3 from Caden Helm that's not going to touch the rim. We talk so often when we cover Bismarck High. Obviously, most of the prep work done is about how much can the offense score, but they're limiting Minot North, the team that has shown some good signs of offense, including their last time out, outscoring St. Mary's 78-70. They've held this team to 38 points. This was all about the defense today for Bismarck High. These last 4 games, that's really been really the highlight reel stuff.
Yeah, you look at Bismarck High and defensively, if they can, they keep teams under 40 points and 40 points for the game. They're scoring, anywhere from 70 to 100 points a game. It's one of these things where you're just, it's frustrating as an opposing team where you're just struggling offensively because you don't have open looks and your passes are constantly getting deflected, And so it just frustrates it. It just frustrates you, and it just plays into what Bismarck High wants to do to you defensively.
Here goes Greff out to Bondley. McNichols made that last shot for Bismarck High. Has it here against Flavin. Spins into the lane. Not going to get it to drop. Down to 95 seconds of basketball left on the PSP Network tonight. And we'll have the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show coming up next. Foul against Kenyatta White. A few new players still checking in for Bismarck. KP Eaglestaff off the bench. And for Minot North, after this free throw, it'll be Aaron Garza and Tyrone West. Home from the Surf Pro free throw line, makes the first. West hasn't checked in just yet, and Garza's coming in for the shooter. Three made free throws here in the second half for Caden Helm. 7 points in the game. 71-40 Bismarck High on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Your life is busy. That's why they'll make managing money easy with locations in North Dakota, Minnesota, and Arizona. Find them online at bnc.bank. KP Eaglestaff with it. Going left against Flavin. Spins it in the middle of the lane. Lost it. Finds it. Pass to McNichols. Out of bounds. Last touch by Elijah Thomas of Minot North. Now you get Garza and West in the game for the Sentinels. Running clock with Bismarck up by more than 30. Just 5 seconds left on the shot clock. It'll be White taking the three off the front of the rim. McNichols got poked in the eye by his own teammate. Greff on the rebound, which leaves a fast break layup for Josiah Jackinet. And still some time left on the shot clock for Bismarck. They can put up one more shot if they feel so inclined. It'll be Greff. Oh, that was a nice one. Magic City home leisure move of the game type of stuff right there.
Yeah, that was a nice little, coming off the screen, little backdoor cut. Nice easy pass and layup there for Greff.
73-42 will be your final score. Bismarck High picks up their 6th consecutive win. They improved to 8-2 overall. And they have a chance to move up a little bit in the WDA standings. If they can pull off a win on Tuesday as well against the Dickinson Midgets, we'll talk a little bit more about this game when we return to the Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by
Start with our planning team financial advisors, Shots Crossroads post-game show. Speaking with our Sport Clips MVP, and in our second game today was the Jagger Meshke of Bismarck High. We got to start with rebounding, man. The offensive boards today leading to points. You found open lanes, nobody boxing you out. You're going to take them all day, right?
Yeah, I love rebounding, to be honest, so it's pretty fun to just go in there and get a rebound every time.
Going on the road, get the job done today. I mean, you guys sent quite the message to Minot North with that defense. I mean, the plan going in, obviously always, it starts with defense, correct? I mean, you guys had your way there in the first half. What was it like flying around getting steals, getting points?
I thought we started a little rough, and then we figured it out going forward, and then we had a bunch of energy, and we just capitalized off that.
Yeah, once you kind of just beat a team, you can see them fall apart. And you saw that with Minot North today, closing out that game as strong as you did in the second half. What did you guys take from those last 18 minutes?
Well, Coach Wilhelm always talks to us about the last 10 minutes of the game, and that's where like our pressure dominates teams, I would say. But we just focused to get to that mark and continue our pressure.
Yeah, well, you guys sure did that today. Big win on the road. Thank you for joining us, Jagger, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you.
All right. We'll come back with the rest of our planning team financial advisors. Shots Crossroads post-game show next.
Gary is an ordinary guy, but right now Gary has car trouble. Gary doesn't know about magic towing. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing. We are here to help 24/7. Magic Towing in Western North Dakota. Don't be like Gary. Remember the name and the number. It's Magic Towing.
Shots Crossroads is your post-game headquarters. Order online at shotscrossroads.com for their delicious menu that includes the famous number 99. Team buses are always welcome at Shots Crossroads. We sponsor the post-game show along with planning team financial advisors. Your final score today, Bismarck High 73, Minot North 42 on the BNC National Bank scoreboard. Let's get right into those individual scoring numbers. Corey?
Yeah, we'll take a look at Bismarck High first. 73 points altogether, 32 points in the first half, 41 in the second. Really, there was really no dip. Came out strong. I believe it was 17-0 run to start the second half before Minot North really got points on the board. They had two players in double figures, 12 points for Andre Austin, 10 points for Kalik Austin. So the Austin brothers chipping in in double figures. Two players with 9 points. Lucas McNichols off the bench with 9. Ross Fisher with 3 3-pointers to chip in 9 points as well. Our MVP of the game, Jagger Meshke, 7 points, a lot of offensive rebounds early in the first half there, kind of a slow spark plug getting his team going. Grant Bieber also with 7 points. 6 points for Artie Carlo, 5 points for Najee Boyd, and then 4 points for Kenyatta White. So all in all, pretty balanced. Is the Austin brothers kind of leading the way for them, but all in all, a good defensive game. I would think they probably, since they like to hang their hat so much on the defensive play, how it dictates how the game's going to go, and forcing the other team again play their style of game. And if the team isn't up to the challenge, they're just simply gonna expose them for their weaknesses and take advantage of them that way. You're taking a look at Minot North scoring, scored 42 points in the game, 15 points for Bladen Blickery. Pretty quiet in the second half, 13 points at halftime, only 2 points in the second half, but still was able to lead his team in scoring with 15 points. 7 points, Caden Helm, 6 points, Carson Sessing, 5 points for Camden Offworth, 4 points for Tamari Carter, and then 3 points apiece for Caden Flavin and Josiah Jackanet. Minot North, again, the turnovers probably, you could say the same thing with the girls' game. I think the turnovers were the big glaring key for both the girls and the boys' game. They really didn't do a very good job of handling the pressure of Bismarck High. But that's a tough task. I mean, both the girls and the boys play up in your face pressure defense. They're willing to give up a layup every once in a while if it means that if it results in a steal and a layup on their end. So it's going to be one of those things where you go back and you take a look at it and you say, we see this kind of pressure. And like what can we do to kind of slow ourselves down, because everybody can feel us getting sped up and we're going to be throwing the ball over the place and we're going to be turning it over. So how as a team do you see that on the floor so coaches don't have to constantly be taking timeouts to kind of get everybody regrouped? You're going to have to be able to do that on the fly. Out on the floor as players as well. So it's one of those things where both Coach Loff and Coach Hilson have to go back to the drawing board and just take a look and just see ways that we can, if it's something in practice that we can look at, forcing going 5-on-8 in practice and just kind of recognizing that we have to be a little crisper with the passes and look where you're throwing the ball to. So still, toward the end of the year and end of the season, it's things that you kind of have to work on and looking forward into the playing game and possibly into the region tournament.
Let's hand out some awards here on our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. Already spoke with our Sport Clips MVP, Jagger Meshke. Sport Clips brings you the MVP haircut experience. Check it online with a hairstylist today at sportclips.com or use the app. How about the Magic City Home Leisure move of the game, where they are home and spa enthusiasts at Magic City Home Leisure, and the move of the game today, a lot of flashy plays there for Bismarck High, but I think we're going to give Jagger Meshke a sweep of the awards today. The offensive rebounding in that first half, it made Minot North not want to be out there, and it kind of carried over into the second half, just the effort that he brought today on pretty much every second he was in the game. And I've never been in the huddle there for Bismarck High, but I got to believe when you sub like they do and you're out there for 90 seconds at a time, that's make all those 90 seconds count when you're out there, and Meshke sure did today.
Yeah, coaches like to preach to players. It doesn't matter how many minutes you get in the game. It's what you do with the minutes that you're given, and Jagger Meshke, he takes full advantage of his time out on the floor. He's on the floor getting after loose balls. He's causing turnovers on the defensive end. He's getting offensive rebounds. He does a great job of flighting the ball when it's in the air, and he has an idea of where the ball could possibly go. If it's not going to go in, how's it going to bounce off the rim? And he gets himself in position to get an offensive rebound. And you take that away. Coach Hischelin calls his first time out, and he's preaching to these guys that we have to box out, we have to get after the rebounds, and that's just the testament that these guys from Bismarck High they're just relentless on the offensive end. They work just as hard to get offensive rebounds as they do as defensive rebounds, because they realize they get offensive rebounds. That's easy baskets and easy points that you're going to get for your team. And Meshke does a great job of being around the ball and finding where the ball is and being aware of it and then being able to look and find teammates as well. But yeah, I mean it's something it's frustrating to coach against, and it's frustrating to play against, but when you're a teammate of his, it's something that it's a lot of fun to be on the floor with him as a teammate.
Jagger Meshke takes home both awards in our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads postgame show today. The next time Bismarck High takes on Minot North, it won't be for more than a month. The 21st of February, the second to last regular season game of the year, is when the Sentinels will get a second chance against Bismarck High. But if it goes anything like today, defense is going to win a lot of games for Bismarck the rest of this 2024-25 season. It sure did this evening. Well, that does it for our Planning Team Financial Advisors Shots Crossroads post-game show. For our great crew putting on today's show on the PSP Network, my color commentator Corey McIver, I'm Owen Patterson, repeating your final score for the final time. It's Bismarck 73, Minot North 42. The Demons go on the road and pick up 2 wins in girls and boys basketball this evening. We've got some Division B action tomorrow from Glen Ullin and Des Lacs, North Dakota. Hopefully you join us then, but until then, have a good night, everybody.
Our stylists are trained to understand the nuances of cutting men's hair. Less pomp, more adore, huh, Brittany?
Square face wavy hair.
Mid-fade with a textured top. Finish it off with a hard part and taper that neckline, coach.
Cowlick, what's the move? It's not just all about hard work here.
Hit all. 7. Pressure. Poise. Yeah.
It takes expertise to be a Sport Clip stylist.
Here.
That's a spot. Right there, huh?
Sport Clips, the pros in men's hair.
Whether you're looking for a full-service financial plan or planning for farm or business succession, Planning Team Financial Advisors is here to help you work toward achieving your financial goals. With locations in Bismarck, Garrison, and Center, our full-service team of professionals are dedicated to helping you work towards achieving your financial goals. Visit us online, planningteam.com.
Securities offered through LPL Financial, member of FINRA Civic. Investment advisory services offered through New Edge Advisors, LLC, a registered investment advisor. New Edge Advisors, LLC, and Planning Team Financial Advisors are separate entities from LPL Financial.
This presentation on the PSP Network is proudly brought to you by Make sure to like and follow the PSP Network on all social media platforms and hit that subscribe button on YouTube. PSP Network. It's game day.
At Shots Crossroads, we make 8 gallons of homemade ranch dressing every day, so you can smother your dinner salad with it, dip those crispy golden French fries in it, and dunk your breaded chicken strips. You can even cover your... Wait, no. You can't put ranch on steak. Or can you? Shots Crossroads. Don't forget the ranch.